Ian, is audio working? Just had no audio then. All right, Michael. I had no audio just then. I found out that my microphone was on pause. On the it's got like a little button underneath. You push it to pause it. When I done that, it didn't do it. I actually like change it to a different setting to get it working. So audio should be working. Oh god, I'm so fucking knackered. Facebook. Oh, what a day. I just woke up a little while ago. Actually, I was so fucking tired from last night. I went out and got another couple of those Xbox 360 cameras. These ones. Bleeding camera disappeared too. Can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, these like, the Xbox 360 ones. I've got them at CEX. Only £3 each. They did have a Xbox One camera up there as well, being one of those ones. But I was asking £18 for it, and I wasn't going to pay that much for one. God, these fucking cameras are bringing me arse. So I've got those only £3 each. So I've got two. As soon as she took them to that, she put another two there. So I could have got four if I wanted to, but I didn't. I can't even get this camera sorting then. So I've got new jeans on. I fucking keep getting right up my bleeding groin. Kind of uncomfortable. Yeah, I said, have you got the power supplies for them? She goes, have you got Xbox 360? I said, yes. She goes, you don't need them, you need to plug them in. I said, yeah, I know, but I still want the power supplies. Goes, but I just said, if you've got a 360, you don't need it, you just plug it in. I said, yes, I know, but I'm not putting it in a 360. I'm putting it on my PC because, you can use them on a computer and run the software, because paranormal investigators were able to catch other things apart from, you playing games on the camera. And she goes, oh. Because she actually, like, when I asked about the power supply, she's talking back. I said, I still want them. Oh, okay. So she took them back again to the till. Then she went back to where she got them and put another two out. And I said, look, that Xbox One, can you go any cheaper than that? And she goes, no, we can't. So I said, all right. Because I was talking about the power supplies for these 360 for the 360 cameras. She goes, oh, the only place you can get them was on Amazon or eBay. I said, yeah, I know, I've been looking. So I think the cheapest one about $14.99. So I might have to get one off there. I said I only want it for my computer. So she goes, no, we ain't got any. I said, don't they bring them in with the cameras? She goes, no, like we get more cameras bought in than the actual power supplies. So, oh, big August there, just flew in the kitchen. Let's present that. Let's go like that. So, sorry, I bought those 2 cameras which are out in my backpack at the moment still. Then I went and done a little bit of shopping in Poundland. Got some Maltesers and some biscuits, what I like. Some sherbet kind of sweet things. They like licorice with a white end inside it, but I covered like with sparkly sugar. I love those. I bought a couple of packets of those as well. Then I jumped on a different bus that I don't normally get, but I got on it because I wanted to get something to eat on my own. So jumped off at the chicken and chip shop up the road and got some chicken and chips. Had that for my dinner. Came home, packed my backpack, but left the cameras in the bag. Ate my dinner. Watched Movie Hunters on Flix for the second time. Then I was having a look around on Amazon and eBay for a power supply for the cameras. I'm only going to get one for now because they are kind of expensive at the moment, you know, talking about 15, 18 quid. But I decided to get one off Amazon for £16.20. Of course, I could have bought like 6 cameras for that price. But I bought, I think it's a brand new one for £16.20 on Amazon. That's coming tomorrow. So we might try and get the Xbox Connect working in the kitchen tomorrow night and see if we get any interaction with it. Well, I'm not going to do anything in there tonight, you know, like paranormal-wise. I'm just going to sit and chill out and talk. Might talk about the paranormal, but we're not going to do anything here, like getting the equipment out. Just keep an eye on the kitchen. I think that was a bug then. The old bugs are coming out now, aren't they? The old flies and the old mosquitoes will be out soon. The old flying daddy long legs will be out and about later on. Don't like those big bloody daddy long leg fly things. Oh, creep me out. They remind me of like massive mosquitoes. They're not. It's more of a. I think it's more of a fly than anything else. I wouldn't like to say. But so I ain't really done much. I did try looking for the Xbox 360 and the power adapters. I think I've got about another 3 of those Xbox Connect cameras, and I think I've got 2 power supplies for them. But I had a quick hunt around in the living room, made even more of a mess. Couldn't find them in there. I went into the cupboard in the hallway, made a bloody mess in there. Couldn't find them in there. So where the freaking hell they've gone, I don't know. They could be in like one note. I don't think they're in the black box. They could be hidden behind that lot somewhere. I had that lot down the other day. When I doesn't look it, but I did have that lot down because it looked like it was going to fall. So I had to like sort of back out and push it forward back a bit. But I didn't see any Xbox 60s there. I know they're not up there. So where the hell they disappeared to, I don't know. They could just be in a box somewhere. I'll probably go and find them when I don't need them. Hello, Angela. Like a coffee, Angela? Eh? Would you like a drop of coffee? Would you like coffee? We'll go make your fucking own. You sod. But yeah, I ended my stream after like 6 hours last night. But I did say I'd coming back on straight away. Because I didn't really want to had that stream running more than 7 hours. I think it's like 6 hours something. How long was it on for? Uh, 6 hours 25 minutes, call it. Then I put the cameras back on about 3 minutes later, so I shut it down and redone a new stream, and that lasted nearly 2 hours because I did go to sleep, but I woke up and I thought, you know what, no one's really watching it, so I decided to just turn it off. Now, actually, we had 101 views on last night's stream, which was pretty cool. So, you know, the old streams are getting back up just slightly. I'm pretty sure that they was all hoping that they would probably see like some kind of anomaly appear on the camera, but it didn't happen. They say like we will probably try and do an Xbox Connect tomorrow. What I'm going to do is put the laptop here, move that bowl out of the way. I have got an adapter plugged in at the back there, so I can put 3 plugs in, but I won't need 3 plugs. I think that one's got a cable connected to it, so I can plug it directly straight into the back of the laptop. Oh, I think it is. I'll go check that. So otherwise, it might not be able to do it. And there's one of those RGB. Yeah, it's got an RGB adapter on there. So it would be. You fucking piece of shit. Yeah, I've got to sort out them bloody Xbox computers and game consoles and take them up and so I can get rid of them. I've got about 6. I think 3 of them work. And I only got the brick power adapters, but that's not the ones what I need for the camera. Just a special particular power cable. Yeah, I probably could have used this one, which I've got to connected to this one. But it means like unplugging everything on the computer, bringing the computer out, and then like possibly like untangling a few cables just to get this cable, this power supply out. And I didn't really want to be doing that because if I keep one in the kitchen, I do want to do a lot more kitchen events on there, but I won't leave the laptop in there. Like, you know, once we've done the stream in there, then I'll disconnect the Xbox from the computer, from the laptop, and bring the laptop back in there. I can't see from my angle. You might see it better than I can, but you know, because I've got the big screen, it just like looks like a grey. You know, just like the mirror just looks like it's all greyed out to me. So you're seeing anything, you know, just like screenshot it, and then like try to enlarge it as best you can and do the outline and send it to me from Facebook. But I won't be going on Facebook tonight. I'm having Facebook problems at the moment. Just been on there and it kept kicking me out. It's like this software. Just before I started the stream, I tried getting this software running, and every time I clicked on the camera, it just like kept shutting the program down. I thought, fuck, you know, what's going on here? No, I did pay for uninstall the program along with a couple of programs earlier in the week. So I just had to uninstall this particular program and reinstall it just to get the camera up. And every time it keeps messing up, I've got to keep uninstalling the program, reinstalling it. So I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, I've got to say I've ordered an Xbox Connect camera cable power supply. Now I did see something there then on that monitor. Looked like something moved in front of it. And let's go back on that for a sec. I'll just check it on YouTube. Saw an orb. And I was talking about that monitor, that's why I kept bringing the console down. Then I moved the console out of the way. Kind of looked like the reflection of the bear kind of like jolted a little bit. Yeah, it looks like the bear's head jolting, but it could just be the light reflection from the camera beaming onto the monitor. Hello, hologram, Mr. Show himself. So as I said, I've ordered the power cable, £16.20 on Amazon. That'll be here before 1 o'clock. But I'm not going to actually set it all up when it gets here. I don't know what I'll be doing tomorrow. I'll probably be trying to sort that living room out a bit, because I went in there and I thought, now where would those Xbox cables be if I had any? I would have put them in a box somewhere. And I thought they might be in these black boxes. I mean, I do have a couple of black boxes in there, but well, big all that I've not. I did find a couple of black boxes, but they didn't have those cables in. They had more like the electronics and project boxes, which I use. So I thought, right, okay. Now, one little good thing is I did sorting out, seeing if they were in the boxes behind me, and I couldn't find them. But I did find my EM pump, and I turned it on and nothing happened. So I thought maybe the battery. Well, I put a new battery in, and it works a lovely jolly. So we'll be using that out there as well one night. So that's working. Just got to keep making sure I turn the damn thing off. I've only got like 3 of those batteries left now. 3 left out of 8. £16 for 8 they cost. Man, there's so much cable down here. I've even got a drill down here. Don't know what that bloody power supplies to. No, it'll take me a month to unravel all that cable. There's so many cables down here. It is like a 5-hazard down, I tell you, man. And yeah, this little cow behind me, I woke up and she's sitting on my fucking chair, weren't you, little shit? Yeah, sit on my chair again. You won't be sitting on anything. You'll be out the side. You'll be out in the fucking cold, wet wind. You'll be sitting on the cold, wet, bleeding floor outside, you little shit. I woke up and she's just laying there all strawed out, looking at me. I thought, so, so I was on bed. I did have a couple of hours sleep earlier. I can't just laying there and I kind of like thought I'd get up. I was having a fucking weird dream, being in the World War II and planning, Pacific battle plans and all this weird shit. Don't know why I was fucking dreaming that today. Maybe because I was talking about, when we used to do the World War II videos, streams with the Wii boards. So anyway, I woke up and I thought, oh, I better get up, or otherwise I won't sleep tonight. So I kind of like just lifted my head up, opened my eyes, kind of adjusted them, and I saw a pair of eyes on me. I thought, what the fuck? And I kind of like opened my eyes up wider. Right, You little fucker, get up my chair. She's fucking sitting on my chair. Why fucking new chair? She's got her own fucking chair to sit on, and she's sitting on my one, little bitch. So get out of there. She just walked straight in your way. And yeah, you get on that fucking chair again, little cow. Yeah, I did see a couple of orbs in there. There's been a few more orbs in there. I've upgraded their little food tray. I bought some Maltesers and cut 2 Maltesers into half and stuck a couple of Maltesers out there. Right, Mr. Imp, there's a Malteser here for you, chocolate candy, and there's one here for Trevor. So enjoy it. Still got the milk out there. Still got the energy drink out there. I'll probably leave it out there for a week and then, just throw it away and refresh it, I suppose. I know, like last night, it sounded a bit fucking weird. Abby telling me, well, they do like food. Well, I suppose they do because I watch a lot of those Russian videos, don't I? And there is a guy who actually takes. Well, there's 2 Russian. I think they're Russian. I think one might be Russian, one might be Polish. Or they could be both Russian, or they could be both Polish. But I know how to put the text onto English so I can understand what it's saying. So it ain't worth watching foreign teletext coming through a stream and still not understand it. But there is 2 of them who used to go and talk about brownies. And they always take food like, candy or chocolate biscuits and milk. Because that kind of meant to please them. And if they get pleased, then they tend to build up the energy and give you some form of activity, like moving something or tapping or possibly throwing something on the floor. It's not. These ones ain't really dangerous unless you start provoking them. But the one I am watching at the moment, he is in a house where the people who live there have moved out for now because it's just too active in there. And he's gone in there going knocks on the door. He's got the keys. Goes, "Hello, Mr. Brownie. I'm here to talk to you. Can I have the invite to come in, please?" He's talking to this spirit or brownie as if he's a living person kind of. And he goes in and goes, "Look, I've got cookies for you. I've got milk for you." And he actually lays them out on a plate and a bowl for the milk. So I'm pretty sure that these brownies do exist. But a brownie to us is like a poltergeist, I suppose. That's what they told me last night on the Ouija board. You get various ones. You get the more timid ones that just muck around and throw things, not at you, but they do respond to you, by knocks, or you might hear whispers. You might see something move. They might drop something. They might muck around with light or something like that. But then you get the ones which are middle ones, which will throw things at you, but not directly. It's more near to you, saying, "Hey, don't fuck with me tonight," kind of thing, because I'm not in the mood. And then you get the more violent ones where they don't want you in there. It's like their turf, their territory, and they just want you out, and they will do whatever they can to scare the shit out of you and to get you out as quick as possible. But the middle ones, they kind of say they kind of in one way don't mind you being there, but they don't want you there being too long, and they don't like being asked too many questions because otherwise they will get a bit angry and they will start throwing things at you. And I think they can actually cast shadows as well, these brownies. So these brownies are probably a bit our poltergeists, as they would call them. Now, I've seen a lot of videos where people have thought poltergeists, and things are just being moved around, and people see it, with their own eyes, but it's not violent stuff. I think with poltergeist you get two varieties. One which is like kind of tame and isn't that bad. It will move things, it'll open cupboards and turn on taps and stuff like that. It might move things or throw things, but it doesn't actually frighten you. It doesn't attack you. But the more worse one, the more dangerous one, will actually throw things and break things and that kind of shit. So I wouldn't mind getting a poltergeist activity. It would be probably scary, yeah. Seeing like a cup slide across the table in front of you. But to catch it on camera, that'd be excellent, wouldn't it? Really. It's a time like the Bible fell down the living room night, and the golf ball kind of flew at me. I can't class that as poltergeist activity we've already had before. But I thought that kind of stuff doesn't really leave if it's happy being there. I think it goes dormant, and then when it's ready to come back out, it comes back out. And maybe because I haven't done the paranormal for 2 years plus, it hasn't really had that energy to come out and do anything, because it's not feeding off my energy, is it? But I think, like Abby said, I've got to work my way back up to what I used to be. Open myself up a bit, confront what's out there, give them fear. But I can't give them a fear if I'm not getting scared. That's just pointless. If they're not scaring me, they're not getting the fear, and they can't get my fear to feed off me, because fear is a form of energy that they like to feed them. So unless they start doing things, like if you saw like a dark shadow go across that kitchen wall right now, that would probably freak me out a little bit, and yeah, that would kick in the old fear a bit more. Unless I'm seeing something or something's happening out there, something moving, or even a disembodied voice whispering in your ear, that would shit me up a little bit. Have someone going, Stephen, right in your ear hole. As I said, that fucking all flew across the kitchen. I know some guys will do it, just to get the attention. They want to let you know that they're there. But I think if we've been doing this for a while now, you can actually sense that there's something out there. In this bedroom, like I kept feeling last night. You might feel that there's something in the kitchen or the living room or the hallway. And if they know you can sense them, then they ain't got the they don't really need to do something for them to make you know that they're there. They ain't got to do that kind of thing to grab your attention, because let's say to grab your attention, they need your fear, don't they? But if you know they're out there, they ain't going to be able to do anything to get your attention, to scare the shit out of you, to get that fear, I suppose. I think some of them might know that they're out there, but you don't know where they are, so they might do something, like a bang or a tap or move something, or something that will kind of startle you to scare you a bit. An orb doesn't scare me. An orb is just it could be a spirit, but it could just be a ball of energy, like that one just shut up in the kitchen. That could just be dust particle, like that one there. Is an orb even a spirit? We can't even prove that an orb is a spirit, really, unless it manifests into a full-blown apparition. But we've had in here, especially in this room, partial apparitions, where I've had one come across there. It kind of goes on the bed and goes up, and it looks like a foot and an arm. Then I've had one which was over it. This more kind of like where I am, which came up behind me, and it's just like a streak of white light. That was probably like a partial manifestation. But even if a spirit manifested in front of me, yeah, that scared the shit out of me. I'll probably be grabbing my keys and running through it, and then like run that in the hallway and like sitting there, like as scared as a fucking cat. When a cat gets scared, I'll be trembling. But I've seen things like that black apparition when we was doing the stream with Rose and Risa that time. Yeah, caught it on camera. All right, that scared the shit out of me. All right, but I carried on doing the stream. All right. I was contemplating about ending the stream and just like, going out somewhere. So I thought it still might be in there. But I didn't. I carried on. And, although I was like fucking scared and petrified, during the stream, I wasn't trying to show that I was scared and petrified. I just wanted to carry on doing the stream and see what else happened. But we actually caught it, And there's me saying, well, that's the kind of thing we do need. That's the kind of evidence I want to capture. So, we just don't know what's going to happen. No, there could be 50 ghosts in here, 50 spirits, all sitting here watching me and thinking that guy's fucking mental, He expects us to do things for him. Nah, we're not going to do anything for him, mate, He's not giving us what we want. Well, how can I give you what you want if you're not doing it for me, So, And I probably think like last night, a lot of people were thinking I was fucking cuckoo. But Mindseed, I was going to watch Mindseed TV. They just got a new video up, and he's gone to a location which is apparently haunted, and it kind of freaks him out. I thought, well, if it freaks him out, why is he going back there alone? And as soon as he walked through the door, he thought he could hear a foot shuffle. Now, how do we know it wasn't his foot shuffling? Then he says he thought we heard like a whisper, but then he goes, well, actually, that could have been just like a bit of fresh air, a bit of wind blowing through. But it did sound like a voice to me. And, he shows you a clip where he's like mucking around with an analyzer, analysing the audio. And he reckons that, it said something, we see you here, or something like that. And then I thought, yeah, right, okay. Well, I didn't hear nothing. And then, like, he's saying that on the video title, I'll use the Ouija board to bring out the ghost. Well, if the ghost is there, you don't need to bring him out, do you? If there's a ghost there, he's going to like do whatever he wants to do. He's going to communicate with him in some way. Either like, tap things, move things, disembodied voices, EVPs, and like, I thought, nah, fuck this. I ain't gonna watch this bullshit because he's gonna use a Ouija board, and like, I thought, nah, fuck it. I ain't gonna watch it. This guy's just talking shit. And no, I'm not saying they don't get activity, but when you got a big fucking YouTube channel like he has, and like, Omar Oscar, what his fucking name is, I'm pretty sure they fake shit. Just to get like, views on there, and they get a big amount of views on there. They get like fucking like 100k fucking views on their videos. But I can't understand, like, if they were like a popular, well-known, recognisable, talented ghost hunting group, yeah, why fucking fake shit? Yeah, they do elaborate. Right, Shrimp, how's it going, mate? Seen you for a bit. Yeah, they can't, I just think like, nah. And also some that's like pareidolia, like Dave taught me, you see things through the camera lens, yeah, and it doesn't prove what you're seeing on that screen is what you think you're seeing. You know, I know Dave says that black apparition is just like pareidolia. No, I'm going to disagree on that. That is something that came from the portal, an opening that we opened, and although it was only there for a couple of seconds, we brought it in and it went out. Now that all just gone past the two screens just then in the kitchen. You know, people could turn around and say, well, that's dust particles. It could be. But if it's got its own flight, you know, a dust particle does not, you know, have its own flight pattern, does it? A dust particle will just go up or down, or it might go up and then, like, you know, do a little zigzag and back down. No, it's not going to go flying up onto the top of the ceiling and hover there, is it really? With a spirit, with a light anomaly, it's got its like a particular flight way, you know, pathway, and they kind of can go. It's like the pulsating ones I've had sometimes, like in the living room on my top 20. There's a couple of pulsating ones, and one of them actually comes from the middle of the living room, and it kind of like looks like it's pulsating as a single orb, and it kind of like splits. And as it kind of like tries to split into two, it kind of goes back into one, and it goes to the door, goes through the door, and then comes back to the side wall. But it comes back as like a more kind of like lesser energy. So going through that door must have taken a lot of energy for it to come through the wall. Now that ain't a fucking dust particle, because it had its own flight path, yeah. I just saw a bike there. No, that wasn't a shadow creature. Just went past there. That's someone on a bike, I think. We just saw a shadow creature outside the window, you know, hovering. No, that's someone on a bike. That could actually put, you know, that could probably make people think that was a shadow person going through past the window or hovering through the window. Now, if I didn't say that, people go, what's that, Steve? What's that, Steve? It's only because I saw it myself and, like, you know, I'd let you know what it was. The pareidolia people could have said, well, no, that was a fucking ghost that gone past your window. That's a shadow person. No. But it's like, you know, with I say with a poltergeist, you know, they don't have a particular flight path, I don't think. They just like move things, don't they? And, you know, it must take a lot of energy for a poltergeist to move something. Like if that knife on the sideboard there suddenly moved, in, you know, a quarter, that must have taken a lot of energy to move it. How much energy, we don't know. You know, do they take energy from electrical appliances, or do they take the energy from, you know, the atmosphere from within your kitchen, or do they do it from all forms of like different kind of like energies? You know, human energy, because I've been in there, and you know, I reckon that when you do go out into a room, you know, you are releasing some of that energy, and when you go back out, that energy releases kind of like lingering in the kitchen still. So, like, you know, a poltergeist could use that. They could use the electronics, you know, the outputs. They could use, you know, energy from outside that could be coming in from the window or an air vent. So it could be like a mixture of energy. And like, if you think about it, like ghost, like water. Well, why do they like water? Because water is energy, isn't it? So is fire. No, that's energy. So maybe when they turn the tap on, they're actually firing on the energy from the tap that's running water. Because water gives energy. So does fire. Fire gives energy. Electricity gives you energy. Thunder, lightning, that's electrical, isn't it? No, it's raining out there. It's pouring rain out there at the moment. So that must be giving, like, you know, spirits outside a lot of energy to manifest where they want to manifest, you know. They could be manifesting in woodlands, commons, you know, derelict houses that's got no roofs on. Now, I don't think we'll ever find, you know, real hard truth evidence about the paranormal, you know, especially like, you know, ghosts, entities, demons, and all that kind of stuff. Because if you was lucky enough to get, you know, pure evidence, that evidence will be taken away from you, from the big G, because they don't want people knowing where a ghost actually does come from, whatever dimension it comes from, or parallel universe. You know, if the devil opened the ground right now and a load of demons would be coming through, you know, we would be battling like a war with them. Yeah, would there be angels coming down to help to battle? Well, they say that, you know, there are angels that resemble just like, you know, human beings. Same with demons. You know, demons also can like resemble a human being. Same with a vampire, you know, and a werewolf. They can resemble as like human beings. Yeah, I saw that one at the bottom of the kitchen then. No, but if like some kind of portal opened up, I bet the government would probably want to like go down and investigate it. However dangerous it is, they'd be the person went back on the bike that way, the other opposite way. Mind you, he had a bit of a white head, that one, which looks a bit weird. But like, you know, I'm pretty sure I'd be sending like fucking, you know, teams of like men down there just to see what's down there, you know, see what kind of resources, you know, we could probably scavenge up. So, you know, with the moon, they done a news article. I was reading earlier on my phone. The flags they've gone up there with, you know, the American flag they put up there. They're like, there's two people walking down. Oh, look, there's some ghosts walking past my window. They reckon that the flags that have gone up there have started turning white. And they don't understand why they're turning white, because there's no atmosphere like that, I suppose, and like the conditions will probably deteriorate the flags a lot quicker than we expect. Now, how long does it take a flag to start deteriorating, falling apart after you put it first up and you've not taken it down and cleaned it? No, it's not paranormal, but it is really. It's just like, you know, the conditions. But, you know, talking about conditions, I think it depends on the condition that's you've got in your home for a spirit to come through and do something, to manifest, to do that poltergeist activity. It's all conditions. No, if I went out there and turned the kettle on again, is that kettle building up enough energy for a spirit to use it to manifest? How do we know how much energy a spirit needs to manifest or even try to even interact with you? Now, when we're talking, we're giving off a lot of energy, aren't we? We are giving out a lot of energy. That's why we get tired easy, because we're giving too much energy. And if a spirit can use that energy, which you're kind of like throwing out, then yeah, they might be able to use that and, like, you know, kind of in one way interact with you. I have known that, you know, if you've got more people in a group talking and having a laugh with each other, then there's a lot more energy being kicked out for a spirit to like munch on and to interact with you. And yet I saw the orb just go out that way. All right, good night. Oh, you don't stay long, do you? I bet she's going over to watch Rose. I don't care. Go, leave me. That's it. I want to default. I want to divorce, woman. I want to divorce. Don't love me no more. Like, you know, Dark Life. Just checking that, you know, seeing if Rose is live or not. But Dark Life, you know, demon attacked me. How does he know it's a demon? It just might be a pissed off ghost, pissed off spirit. Oh, by the way, I did contact Mr. Jules through his email because they've got a clip they've taken or used on one of these upcoming videos. And, you know, I did mention this the other day, actually. Like, I've got an email saying, oh, we saw a video, can we use it on one of our videos? And I said, yeah, you know, I don't mind. And I did post him some other videos. Rose ain't even live, so if you're going over there, don't even bother. So yeah, I said to him like, yeah, you know, knock yourself out. And I thought he would have been on like, you know, one of his more recent ones on his videos, and I've been sitting there and like watching them and scrolling through. If it's an hour, I've been just kind of much scrolling through them. But if it's only half hour, then I'll watch the whole half hour in case it's like cramped in there somewhere. But last night I sent him an email. Apparently he's his secretary. And I said, that video you're going to use, can you tell me when it's going to be aired? Now, I'll show you the message which they sent me. Yeah, and I know a few other people have been on Mr. Jules as well. Right, so I've got to turn the camera off a minute. And then go on now, percent that. So here, I asked them, like, when will this be aired? What channel? Chills or Mr. Chills clips? What episode? And they sent a message here. The video is scheduled to be released on April the 20th. The video will be called 30 Scary Videos Puzzling the World. And will be uploaded in Chill's main channel. So on the 20th, keep an eye out for Mr. Chills, or just Chills, I think it's just called Chills, his channel, for a video called 30 Scary Videos Puzzling the World. And one of my clips where I'm in the living room, the Bible falls down on its own, but you see something down in the doorway. Now, I know I did tell you what that was down in the doorway, but I'm not going to tell you. Well, I'm not going to say what it is again, because I'm pretty sure, like, you know, a lot of people will probably be freaked out by it, even though I'm not, because I know what it was. But he did say on one of his other videos, on one of his other messages, like, by showing your videos, we hope that it will bring more subscribers and viewers to your channel. Well, that happens, it's great, you know. If it don't happen, it don't happen. You know, I've not had really any more subscribers anyway. I think I've only had a couple. Let me see how many subscribers I've had this month, if any. don't know if I can find it actually. Content. I don't know, beyond the analytics. Audience. 6 subscribers I've had in this month. Yeah, 6. The most viewing is probably Sunday, which was from like between 12:10, I suppose, until about 11 o'clock. So I'll show you what I'm doing. So it says like the last 28 days, 6 subscribers, 813 unique views, returning views 151, 2 new members, which I haven't had 2 new members, not paid members anyway. Comments, I don't really check comments that much, but held for, I usually check these out, and if I can't agree with them, then I'll release them. So like that one. Fishing with Ed, that's on my other channel, I think. So that one I'm not too really, I don't know about, I might keep it, I might just delete it. But view wise, I've had 940,000.4 views on Alicia Lamb Evelator, which is pretty big actually. Let me just open it up. Yeah, 940 views. Oh, that's not mine. Well, why is it showing 940 views on that? Weird. Oh, it's channels I've actually watched, that's why. And it says copyright, but I think what that is, I did check that. And although that channel's got 940,000 views, he copied content from my video. That's what it is. Because I can like do removal request and ask them to remove certain videos. Like there's still shitty little videos up on other channels, they're not bad, it's just like fucking assholes. And it says like video have been removed, but it still shows it's still there. It says unavailable. I think what it's doing is showing me the content that was there, but if you click on that link now, it won't be there for people to view it. Like just stupid idiots doing like troll accounts under my name. Messages, archive. Earn. I still haven't had my last what's the name? I think if I get any more payments on my monetization, it'll be ending. Because it's just taking too long to get any kind of like comeback on it. Content. There was a way of actually analysing my videos. Estimated revenue £3.94p. Whoa. Because when I had my channel monetized, although it is still monetized, they sent me a form from America all about tax and shit like that. And I found it so confusing, I didn't even bother. I didn't even bother sending it back. So I had about 50 quid on there. Now, because I didn't send it back, I might have lost that money. Although it still shows there, and I know I've gone past the 60 mark, I've not been paid. So, you know, that's why I say if you want to donate, don't do super chat. You know, if you want to join as a member, then that's up to you. But if you want to donate, then do it through PayPal. At least that way I know I'm going to get it. Because I know with the monetisation, I'm definitely around about the £60 mark, and it hasn't even been paid. And I said, like, you know, that will probably be my final payment. There's a vehicle coming down. Content. So I don't know what that 3.1k is for. Average view duration. All right, you know, that 151 views, I think that one is. I don't know. No, that changes around quite a lot, actually. I do it for like 365 days. Now, did I get 606 views on that one? Got 7 views in the last 8 days on that video. So people are still watching old videos, you know, the power, the Ghost Box app team's edition from Mickey, VBE. 39p, 39p on that video. Wow. I mean, so like, I'm not making shitloads of money, you know, kind of thing. You know, I'm not making hundreds and thousands of pounds like some YouTubers are, which is a shame. You know, what am I making a living on YouTube? But it's not going to happen, is it? I've got a pet camera. How can you get a pet camera? Well, you got a camera and you called it a name, like, hey, Mr. Smiley, how you doing tonight, Mr. Smiley Camera? I don't know what you're on about. Lucky for me, I don't have to pay fucking council tax at the moment. And I know I've been called a scumbag because I'm on benefits. I kind of want that because me and mental health issues and my physical body issues. They have actually said in a letter, which I've got somewhere, that I am unfit for work. And if I could go and get a job, which I will be fit enough to do tomorrow, I'll go and get the fucking job. And that way, I won't have to sit here and listen to all the fucking bullshit from upstairs. At least I'll be doing something again with my life, you know. I've tried getting voluntary work. No one's interested. I went to Age Concern. They did gardening, and I said, can you put me down for one of your gardening programs? They said, we ain't got none at the moment, but yeah, we put your name down. That was about 4 years ago. Never heard from them. I even been to one of the cemeteries and, you know, I asked them if I could get like a part-time job in there. And it's just going around cleaning the litter up. And they said no, because, like, you know, they have to have special insurance to have someone working there. No, I tried getting like one of those little, and it's just like a small pay job, like going around posting all that crap through people's doors, you know, junk mail. Can't get it. The people who are getting those particular jobs, posting junk mail, are people who've got jobs themselves already. Yeah, hardly get far. You've been sitting there watching my video for 6 hours. Fucking hell. I pity you, mate. I don't even sit and watch 6 hours. I don't even really watch my videos if I can help it. Now, someone said to me, oh, last night, you know, something moved in your kitchen. You know, I wouldn't really want to sit there watching for 6 hours. You know, if they time stamped it roughly around that area, so like if it was like from 10 o'clock till 10:30, then I'll watch that particular section between 10, maybe from 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, or say 9:45 to 10:45. I will probably watch that hour to see if they say is, you know, correct. Because, you know, our imagination plays. You know, like, I could turn around and say, well, I thought I just saw that bear's arm move. And people go and say, where? And instead of you, like, having to go back and watching the whole video again, you know, your mental state usually tells you roughly what time it is. And, like, you know, you think, like, well, I'll wait until the end of the stream and I'll go back. And when the stream's finished and you want to go back and watch the video, you think, shit, now what time was it when that bear's arm moved, you know, kind of thing. So you think, right, well, we started at like 10 o'clock. I think it happened around about 11 o'clock, but I'm not too sure. So sometimes you might sit there for a couple of hours watching to see if you can find that specific little section where the teddy bear's arm moved. It hasn't, but I'm just saying if it did. So it's always worth, you know, trying to keep an eye on, you know, what's going on. I know, you know, you're listening to me, but don't fucking watch what I'm doing. Playing my hair, playing with my beard, you know, stick my finger up my nose, you know, scratching, you know, whatever. Don't worry what I'm doing. Just keep an eye on what's going on in the kitchen. If you're concentrating on what I'm doing, something amazing could happen in the kitchen and you're going to fucking miss it, you know. I know I've had people come in and say, hey, you know, I'll come in because I just like listening to you waffle on. You know, it relaxes me, you know. It don't relax me, you know, it relaxes other people that comes in and sits in and listens and watches my channel, you know. Oh, I've had a hard day at work today, you know, come home really pissed off. Saw you was on and like, you know, I'll come on because you kind of crack me up and like, you know, you kind of like relieve my tense, you know, my anger, you know, you kind of like just relax me. I'm thinking, my God, is this guy crazy or what? You know, I relax him or her or whatever, and they just, you know, you just come and sit and listen to what I fucking blab on about. And I'll be honest with you, I should blab about anything, you know. To be honest with you, I do talk shit sometimes, but some of that shit I could be talking about could be very interesting to other people. Like, you know, you like listening to me waffling on, you know. I saw that. Yes, I like you waffling on. How you can understand what I'm saying sometimes, because I've got a few teeth missing. It sounds like I've got like that little wisp, and sometimes like some words come out sounding different to what they're supposed to be saying. Just saw a little orb go across that cabinet there then. So I'm not going to ask him to do anything because I've got no equipment out there and it's not a stream to do with like trying to capture or communicate with any spirits tonight. Because last night fucking whacked me right out. And so around about 10:30 I might call it quits on this stream and just go and watch a few videos, you know. I'm trying to think of some ideas to kind of like bring in into the channel, onto the streams. That phone's just gone. Yeah, like they do it when they're ready, I suppose, when I've got the energy. No, I haven't got the audio turned on in it tonight, which I could do. See if we get any noises. Sometimes I keep forgetting to turn the audio back onto this monitor. So I can't have audio on both monitors at the same time. Just won't let me do it. Right, audio's on here now. Let's see if we hear anything. Oh, I'm not going to say we are going to hear anything, but if we hear anything, then fine, you know. I'm not saying we're going to. You know, you might hear some footsteps out there. You might hear a bit of rustling, but you know, it's still early. Could be them upstairs. Although they ain't been too bad this evening. I don't know if they've taken the kids out to visit someone and spend the night earlier. I did hear him up there talking to someone earlier. And I know they were in there earlier, but I just felt kind of drained after coming back from, you know, doing a little bit of shopping and buying those other Xbox Connect cameras. I thought, come on my way home, grab some dinner, eat my dinner. I watched Monster Killer or Monster Hunter, the one which has got that woman on Resident Evil. Watched that movie, and then I started looking for the actual Xbox Connect power cables. And they got them on eBay from 14 quid onwards. There was a couple cheaper than that, but it's like bids, you know, 5-day bids, and I didn't want to wait that long because, like, you know, waiting 5 days and bidding, you might not even win the bid. It's got to start all over again. So I could have ordered like one for about $14.99, which is new, but it would have been like a 5-day wait from the 19th to the 24th for the delivery. So I thought, fuck it, I'm just going to go on Amazon. And I ordered one on Amazon for £16.20, which will be here tomorrow morning. But I'm not going to set that Xbox up until tomorrow night. So I thought that moved then, because my eyes kind of like went a bit out of focus. I thought that moved, but it didn't. Just my imagination. Hello, Soul Paranormal. Where are you in Surrey? I live in Surrey. Oh. Is that a coop box you got there? He's got coop box 22. Oh, hang on. Is that Steve? Not Steve. Oh, sure, I'm trying to think who it is. Yeah, Steve Cooper. Is that Steve Cooper? Wait a minute. March 2013. SPRG. Hi, we are Surrey Paranormal Research Group, SPRG, home of the Coop Box, Ghost Box range, and the other paranormal tech. I think that's Steve Cooper. Hello, buddy. Do you want to come on? You've got Facebook. I'll jump you the link. I've got an issue with a couple of your ghost boxes, actually. I need to fucking like get the one that I've been using. Where is it? What did I do with it? No, it's behind me. This keeps coming undone, keeps ungluing. So I'll put some tape on it for now. But I've been using this one quite a lot more. The other one up there, Coop Box. What was the other one? I can't remember what the other one was. The white one. That's up there. But if we come on, I'll let you know what issues I'm having with it. That's if you want to come on. I don't post a link in YouTube anymore. Forget fucking trolls in here. So if you're on Facebook, jump me a message. And I'll send you the link. So I'm seeing like about fucking 10 Steve Coopers in here. I think this is you. 79. I'll post it anyway. Why is it not letting me post the... Yeah, as I remember, last time I spoke to you, you said, oh, like, I can do you a free upgrade with installing the Echo into the box, which would have been nice, but I'm just okay with like a pedal. I've been using the reverb pedal last night, and I was using this one because, you know, I've done like a little kind of modification myself and got it so I can plug it into like an external speaker. Because I think you started putting that little plug-in, didn't you, on some of your updated boxes, so people can like plug in headphones and that, or external audio cables. Oh, so hang on. Oh, hang on. Boo. Boo. I didn't get, well, you sent me a message on 9th of the 3rd, 2022 at nearly 11:30. Let me take off this and remove the screen in case you do come in. If you come in, just wait it back because I need to go to the loo. So you have to hold on for a minute. Did he jump on? I sent you a link on Facebook if you want to come on, Steve. These fucking toys. Yeah, because I modified the Cookbox 14 as well, as you remember. I don't use this one as much, but I still got it. Well, I use that one more because it's got the DC box built into it. And if you remember, you came down and helped me to install the sweep module for the one I built myself, the crystal box, which I don't really use much. But there's a weird thing. Oh, there you are. Hello. Hello.
All right, Gator.
Hang on a minute, I've got to put the audio on this channel. Hang on.
Hello, mate. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hold on, I've got to put it on this one TV. Right, yeah. I don't know what happened, right? But it's really weird one night. I wanted to do a ghost box, yeah?
Yes.
And I was going to... Oh, that's a bit too loud. I wanted to do a ghost box. Turn my TV down. And I was going to use my crystal box one.
Yeah.
And it just was not picking up no stations at all. It was scanning, but it wasn't picking no station up at all. So I thought, okay, I'll get one of Steve's boxes out. So I got the coop box out, and the same thing happened. It scanned through the channels, but it wasn't picking up no channels. You couldn't even hear it. It sounded just like white noise on both of them, right? So I thought, what the fuck's going on here? So I dug the other one out, which I used last night, and it happened on that one as well.
Yeah, that one, it will happen quite a lot on because that one's got the REM pod built into it. When they're both turned on, the REM pod actually interferes with the radio. So it basically...
That's only if you had that's only if you had the REM pod turned on.
Yeah, because I didn't actually get round to shielding that one. That was my prototype with the actual REM pod in. That was, I think, if I remember rightly, the first box I built with a REM pod in. I'm not sure if that was the first one built ever with a REM pod in. I'm not 100% sure on that.
I'll go with the REM pod stuff to build it, didn't you?
That's right, exactly. Yeah. Because that was the time I come round your place with my ex, and basically, you showed me the bits and bobs, and I built one into the box for you, didn't I?
Might have been that one. I don't know. To be honest, I can't remember. But yeah, I didn't have the REM pod turned on, and it even done it on that one. And for a whole week, I thought they was all fucked.
That's mad.
I thought I'd have to get hold of Steve, and I couldn't get hold of you. So I'm thinking, I thought, well, what the fuck's going on?
I've got a new number now. I did message you a while ago because I was dating a lady from Sutton, near Carl Shorten for a while. And I was over there for a little bit, so I was only literally round the corner from you. So I was going to say about popping over Mitcham Common and doing a ghost hunt again. That would have been quite good fun. But
wait, are you still around the area, or you moved further apart?
No. I was only with that lady for a little while.
Oh right.
A few months, and that went a bit Pete Tong. But do you know you like your dolls and stuff, bruv?
Oh fucking hell, yeah.
I've got a few.
I want to get. Hang on, let me just go onto the large screen on it. Hold on. Where am I? Oh, you're starting to collect. What one you got? You got. Is that Annabelle? One of the Annabelle dolls?
That's the real Annabelle doll. It's the real size. It's the same age as the proper Annabelle. What's
that other one you got? The one from the
movie, Annabelle movie. You've got the Springing Jack.
The one from the Ghostbusters movie. I thought I saw the snowman.
Yeah, that's on the floor. I'm still trying to tidy up, clear up at the moment.
God, I'll tell you, come round here, you'll be fucking saying, right, Steve, where's that fucking skip, mate? Because it is so cluttered in my bedroom at the moment. But yeah, going back to these radios, I could not get anything coming from them for a few weeks. Every time I tried it, nothing. So I just stuck them back over there. And then, it was only just recently I started coming back on. I thought I was going to use my Sandrium. And I thought, you know what? Let's try one of these bloody ghost boxes in what I got from Steve. And all of a sudden it started working.
Yeah.
And all the other, then your two worked.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened in that time period, but I wasn't getting nothing coming out from whatsoever, and then suddenly they started working again.
What it might have been something in your local area that might have been basically jamming the RF reception of the boxes. It could have even been something paranormal stopping the reception, which does happen again.
Yeah.
But a lot of the research that I've been doing over the last few years, I know I've gone kind of quiet because I don't know whether you've known, but I was with that lady for 10 years.
Yeah.
That went south and I ended up basically having to move out. This is my own place that I've been in for 3 years now. Me and my now 4 cats compared to have you still got Tammy?
What's that furry mug thing over there?
Oh, bless her. Bless her. I've still got do you remember Tibbles and Kiff, my tabby one and the black and white one?
I remember them too, yeah.
I've still got them. Bub passed away a couple of years ago, the big one, but I had a kitten fall through my skylight on my flat last year, so I decided to keep it. I thought, fuck it. And he's a big boy now. And I kind of inherited a 3-year-old black and white one as well. So I've got 4 indoor cats in my shoebox flat, which is, shoebox is not far from the truth.
So is my flat bigger than your flat then?
Oh, God, yeah. At least you've got a separate bedroom, brother. I've got like one room with a separate, it's literally like one room with an ensuite pretty much.
It's separate bathroom though?
Oh, yeah. Separate bathroom with a shower, but it's so small, like you have to be kind of the size of...
separate kitchen, I hope?
Oh, no, it's all one thing. It's all literally open planned, but...
That's a bit like when I was in the Hall Place, when I was on housing, temporary housing accommodation. That's all built in, like you got your bedroom, your living room, your kitchen, all in one unit, but you got your separate bathroom. I fucking hated that.
Yeah, they call it a studio flat, and the rent isn't cheap, but it is what it is, isn't it? At least it's a roof over my head. That's the way I see
it. Steve just gone for a pee. Yeah, I just went for a pee, but I'm back now. Yeah, so you've been doing any more boxes lately?
And I haven't been building ghost boxes per se, but I've been kind of looking into what I would class as non-debunkable equipment. But I've also finally finished off the encapsulated smoke machine device, which I'm actually playing with at the moment. I'll give you guys a quick sneaky peeky preview because no one's actually seen it yet. But basically what it is, it's encapsulated smoke.
Yeah.
And it's got a laser vortex built into it with a backlight, and it's also got an EM pump built into it as well. So it's a multiple device job again. I've been saying I'll be doing this for years, but I've actually only just finished it. Took me ages to paint the bloody thing, but
it's like you said, get back to like, I remember you saying like, I'll get back to doing your paranormal builds because I was going through a lot of shit on social media and stress.
Yeah.
I did start to do a few more bits, but then I stopped it again. So I just can't concentrate with the noise upstairs.
Sometimes that can be a big problem when you've got noisy people. When it's
there's 7 people living in the 1-bedroom flat up there. Yeah, 7. She told me. Her husband and 5 kids. But she's got another one due.
Oh.
And I just can't get no peace and quiet. I've been to the hospital, I've been to doctors, I'm on different medication, blood pressure, medication. I've been having chronic headaches. I went to a I can't fucking say it now. Neurologist yesterday at the hospital. He said that some of the medication could be causing me to get more headaches and I should be getting, so he's going to be writing a letter to my doctors to get me off certain medication and put me on new medication that might help. He might try to do something about writing a little bit in the letter about, the concern about the noise from the neighbours, so I can give it to the landlord. And I tell you, every fucking day, man. I say like every day. There might be the odd 1 a day, 2 days out of a couple of weeks where it's kind of quiet, but it's their smaller kids with 3-year-olds, and I know one of them don't go to nursery. One, I think the other 1 or 2 does, and I think it's called Alicia or Elijah or something like that. She's always running about. Or I know kids will be kids and they will run about, but it's like running, jumping, banging from 7 o'clock in the morning till like fucking 7 o'clock at night. There might be an hour every now and then during the daytime, like say like 9 o'clock till 10 o'clock, it'd be quiet. Then from 1 o'clock till 3 o'clock, it'd go on again. It does sound like it's constant, but there are little breaks in it time to time. But it's running, jumping, banging, screaming, crying. And like, you know, I banged on the wall one day, right, loud enough, and like, she came down. You scared my kids. You bang on that door, you're gonna have more problems. I said to her, I wouldn't have to bang on your door if you're fucking like kept the noise down. I've asked you to keep the noise down. You scared my kids. I said, oh, I'm sorry I scared your kids, but can't you tell them to keep the noise? No, I'm not going to tell them to keep the noise down. Kids will be kids. If they want to play, they're going to play. And I'm not going to stop them from playing. She goes, if you keep banging on my ceiling, I said, excuse me, how can I be banging on your ceiling? You're banging on my ceiling. I said, you know what, just fuck off. And I shut the door. I thought, what a stupid bit. How can I be banging on the ceiling? You know, am I physically going up the stairs, walking through a door and banging on the ceiling? No, I'm banging on my fucking wall. But she says, no, you're banging my ceiling. She's a crazy fucking ass bitch, I'll tell you, man. I don't like calling women bitches, but she is a right fucking bitch.
Some scary, crazy people around these days, my friend. But
move, but I've got so much clutter with it, I can't move. Right, let's have a look at this device.
That is basically it.
So, 2 9-volt batteries, yeah.
You've got 1 power in the internal light, 1 power in the fan with a speed controller for the fan.
And I'm trying to get you on to.
And the fan is also basically the whole thing's not just a fan; it's speed controlled fan with a EM pump, and it's also got a laser vortex built in.
Right.
That's what the laser's for at the top. Like I said, it's just a prototype at the moment. It's literally built out of. I was cobbling it together. I'll be honest, it was like lolly sticks I was gluing together. But it looked so horrible with all the hot glue on the outside. You know, that stuff's not smooth. I thought, well, I've got to paint it. So I give it a lick of paint or two, and that took a few days to dry in the humid weather. And yeah, these things, I think I got these from, I think it was somewhere like a craft store. They were Halloween, I think they were for. They were like these plastic domes, like jars for kids' sweets and that kind of malarkey. But yeah, it's just at the moment trying to find smoke cones that are actually smoky enough, because that's half the problem I've got. I've put 1 smoke cone in there. I'm getting the smoke build up, but it's not enough to get the photographs through clearly. Because even turning the fan right down to its lowest speed, it's still quite quick.
Is it similar to like walk ITC in one way that, you know, when you get enough smoke, you take photos and note that you got something coming through the smoke?
Yeah, do you remember before I was doing all those experiments with using like pyramids and using smoke cones, using Tesla coils and different things like that, all firing through it, and I got that photo. I don't know if you remember that eye that came through really clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, I'll see if I can. I don't know whether you'd be able to see the picture from here, but that was one of the experiments that I did.
Yeah.
Can you see the eye?
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like a fucking big eye sticking out there.
Yeah, that was. I ran that experiment. You got a Van de Graaff generator firing 50,000 volts against the copper pyramid with a black scrying mirror in the back, and it's using incense smoke cones.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I left that running with my camcorder. As you know, I've got a really good Canon XA20 camcorder. I left that running in a room, went off, and come back about 20 minutes later when the smoke cone had finished burning. Turned it off, played the video back through VLC, and I was taking snapshots, just random snapshots, you know, as you use your mouse, just click, 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 click. And when I looked back on them, there was that one in there, and I thought, bloody hell. Well, okay. So that one is, out of what I've caught so far, the clearest one, but it needed to be induced with an energy extra energy added to it. I tried test the coils. They didn't really do too much. I've used the Wimshurst machine. That works quite well. And so do the Van de Graaff generators. It seems more electrostatic, triboelectric energy firing into the pyramid works well. At the moment, I'm trying to build a copper pyramid, but I'm trying to do it where there's no joint. If that makes sense, I'm trying to weld it in a way where it's going to make a constant connection with the electricity being added to it. So, because otherwise, like if you've got a dodgy weld on it, the current don't flow properly, so it just completely makes it kaput. But I'm also looking. I'm getting a magnetron soon, and a variac basically. So I'm going to be basically. I'm also getting an oscilloscope, hopefully as well. I'm going to be looking at programming magnets for certain experiments. You can program different frequencies of magnetism into magnetic substances to basically induce different sorts of energy fields and things along those lines. So my next level experiments are really going down the lines of involving more pyramid work and induced energy using programmed magnets. Don't know where the programming magnets is going to go, but it can be quite interesting. I'm also looking as well to go further on my idea from before of using RF antennas to receive energy from the RF itself, store it into capacitors, and use that to then either power these low voltage magnets that I'm going to program with different frequencies. Once I get the magnetron, once I get the oscilloscope, of course, these things can take a little while to build up because, you know, working and all that malarkey, it's not great at the moment.
Well, I want to try to find something on eBay if it's still there. It's like I don't know if you know Living Dead Paranormal. They've renamed themselves to Paranormal Nightmare TV. They got a box given to them. It's like a yes/no sense box.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to see if I can find it. I'll put it on the paranormal gear. Not seeing it that way. Paranormal equipment. They might not even have it on there anymore. They might have sold it already. Actually, hang on. If I go to infrared, infrared ghost hunting. I think it might be under trigger devices. No, some of the equipment people building nowadays is so fucking expensive. No, rip-off prices, man. Rip-off prices. It's not under that. So where would it be under? Could be under EMF. I don't think it'd be under EMF. Under EMF meters. Get off my screen, you. I don't want to talk to you. Oh, shit. I didn't want to do that. It's just a box where it's got like an LED on each side, which I think is possibly connected to two sensors. I can't remember what it's actually called. They gave it a particular name. I'm sure Infrared had one on his website. I'm not seeing it at the moment. No, let's go back to eBay. No, it's like 170 quid he was asking for this bloody thing.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like the prices have dropped too much then, but
So even those music boxes, like, you know, which you see people using nowadays, people are asking like 200 quid, 300 quid for them.
oh, fair play. So if they could get the money for it, then yeah, that's fair play. I've noticed not a lot's really changed, to be honest. Like, although I've been sort of setting off in the background, I've been working on experiments and different things like that, because I noticed a long time ago the paranormal field kind of has this. I don't know whether you've noticed it as well, bro, but it kind of has this cycle, as you'd call it, of like going round and round and round in a circle. With like, you get a bunch of people in, they start to learn about the paranormal, they watch a load of YouTube channels, they see the way that these YouTube people and TV people do paranormal hunting with the exact same tools, REM pods, K2 meters, ghost boxes, apps, all of what they call correct stuff, but actually none of it really works. If truth be told, it's all just lights going bleep bleep and sounds that can't be differentiated in a scientific manner. Great to make a few quid off, great to basically put some cake in your shorts if that's your thing, but if you want to really paranormal investigate, you got to look down the metaphysical routes with the people such as Crowley and people like, going back even further with oh god, what's his name? I've forgotten his name now. Dr. John Dee, people like that, and then sort of building your experiment base around things that people used to use, ancient civilizations going back for a long time, to communicate with ancestors and spirit, water, smoke. A lot of them even use psychotropic drugs. I'm not saying to anyone drop acid and try and communicate with the dead. No, it's probably not a great idea, unless you want something to possess you. But then you don't really want to go down that route either. Not good. But yeah, it just seems like a cycle going round and round again to me, where people come into the field, they start using the K2 meters. K2 meters, they go off when a mobile phone starts to ring in someone's pocket. Or if someone's that unscrupulous, they'll put a walkie-talkie in their pocket and they'll make it go off by command without anyone seeing it. You can have a cab go by a location that you're at, and they could be within 200 meters of the K2 meter, but it will spike it, it will make it go off. The same as a REM pod. REM pods go off exactly the same and just as easy as the K2 meters. Ghost boxes, too many variables again, too many things that could possibly be misconstrued as false evidence. So it's, it's trying to work on stuff that people are going to get bored with. Regular EVP, for example, voice from thin air. Get an audio recorder, sit down and do the same script day after day, same time, same questions. After a while, if communication's meant to be, it's meant to be, and it will come through. But that's the only quantifiable, guaranteed evidence in my eyes now. It's not a light going bleep bleep that could be caused by 1,000,001 different things, and one of those 1,000,001 things could possibly be the paranormal. But you want to try and reduce the chances of it being something else than paranormal, don't you, realistically?
Yeah.
It just seems like a waste of time going out there thinking that you're talking to the dead with a K2 meter.
Yeah, but if you think about it, sometimes though, you do get like, you know, responses on to some of the questions. Like, you know, I've been on a location where I've asked a certain question, and you know, you get a direct response on it, which is pretty cool. But you know, people don't realise there's so much different kind of electromagnetic frequencies out there that
exactly, you know, so much soup, brother. Exactly my point. It could be, you know, that could be genuine communication, but the point and problem you're always going to have is because that device is open to other ways of manipulation. Anyone could say, well, you could have been within 200 meters of someone's Wi-Fi network. One of the people with you could have had their mobile phone not on flight mode or turned off. Yeah. So basically, as soon as it was receiving a ping from a cell tower, it's going to basically set that K2 meter off. There's all of these things that people can say to debunk that. And that's what you want to reduce. You want to reduce the amount of things that you're going to be thinking, is it or is it not? So the smaller you make it, even my smoke device, man, that is literally a brain fart in a whirlwind. I thought of this thing like up years ago when I was still trying to go down that route of for entertainment purposes only. And I sure as hell wouldn't be selling these. I'll be telling people how to make them. Because, you know, you can make them out of homemade parts and bits and bobs. The circuits for the speed controller is a piece of piss to make, to be honest with you. Any novice can solder that. But, you know, real research should be involving science, not pushing away from it, because there has been a lot of breakthroughs in quantum mechanics and different things over recent years as well, where there is a possibility, a greater possibility of life after this level of existence or plane of existence. But I think we're just really wasting time in a way that's entertaining for ourselves, following people from TV that, you know, oh, did you hear that? Did I hear what? Yeah, what's going on? You know, it's like the old South Park episode. Have you seen the piss take of Ghost? Is it Ghost Hunters? Yeah. Where you put the two guys on there and they piss themselves. Oh man, what's this hot wet fluid running down my leg? Oh shit! Like that. It is literally that analogy when you're at the ghost hunt. It's funny as. But have you been doing any magnet fishing?
No, I'll show you this video anyway. Which I want to show you because it's on the Paranormal Nightmare TV episode, but it's called an epoch or something. This here, it's a bit hard to see. Like, I think they have it out when they first start off.
Oh, is this the app, the one that they use the AI with?
No, it's a natural device. It's got, that's the on button, but you've got a light there and a light there. And what happens, right, they turn the audio on.
Does it do it?
Now, which one's the lowest number? I said, which one's the highest? It lit up the 10. I said, which one's the lowest? And it lit up the 2 twice.
Really? That's awesome.
Which is weird because
that's crazy.
It's saying 2 is the lowest.
Oh, there. Epoch box, it's called. Oh, what it is, it's like it's by I can't even read the bottom bloody. Ghost Gear Incorporated. So let's see if I can find it under Ghost Gear.
It's probably an EMF trigger, isn't it? It's something similar to like a K2 meter, but basically built in the respect where you've got a yes/no part to it, rather than just having the 4 lights that go on and off. That would be my guess.
No, it's probably under this one.
And to be honest, it would probably be a very, very simple circuit to build. Because if it is an EMF trigger, you're just talking about antennas, transistors, and yeah.
No, I actually made something similar to that myself, like a small portable one.
Okay.
was like put your hand over the sensor. Because what my one was, and I've made it like 4. You'd have yes, no, male, female, right? And I had like a light there, light there, light there, and light there. And underneath my lights, I had like a little one of those sensor things. And every time you put your hand near the sensor, it'd light up. Now these guys made this right, and I don't know how much it is now. Bloody expensive though. $175 for it, yeah.
Cool.
And all it is a sensor.
Mm.
I'm thinking, you know, I could actually build that myself. Now, you know, Paranormal Nightmare TV's using it, and a few other big paranormal groups are buying it and using it as well. And they say, you know, it works fucking perfectly. You know, when you get with that video, he's asked he's got 2 cards, a 10 and a 2, and he's asked them light up whatever light it is, which has got the highest card under. So the light has gone off. The card being 10, which is the highest number. And when he's asked for the lowest number, the light, which is just directly above the card, is actually lighting up for the lowest number. And he's asked questions, and on response, like if it's yes question, it light up the yes LED. If it's a no, it'd be a no LED. So what it is, it's more of a yes no, but it can also interact with questions such as like, is this higher or is that lower kind of thing. If it's higher, you know, the blue LED. If it's like lower, light up the red LED. Now I think it's pretty, like, you know, it is a good piece of equipment, but I have actually built something like that. But for $155, I think that's a bit pricey. No, I'm pretty sure you can build that.
I don't get some of these builders. Even back in the day when I first started out, you were getting people building boxes and selling them for $4,000 or $5,000. You remember that yourself, didn't you?
So I just saw something in the kitchen. What's that?
Some of the boxes back in the day that people were selling there. But you know, when I first started out building them and that, and you had people in the States that were selling boxes for $4,000 or $5,000.
Yeah. Well, we know one person who used to do that. That was a fucking rip-off, that was. You know, when you've got like your own, like, you know, all you need to go out and buy is a couple of pedals and a fucking amplifier for probably about $100 if that, and, you know, stick a radio on it. And, you know, you want to make it fancy, stick a bit of like barbed wire on or copper wire, and yeah. Little other little bits and pieces like little crystals or little stickers. Yeah, you got you know, one of those kind of boxes, and I start knocking them out for a few $1,000 or a few £1,000. And I know a few people did. Old Pugster, he bought one. All right. And he had no but problems with it. He actually got someone to try and repair it, and I don't know. I think he did do a repair, but it went faulty again after a certain amount of time. And, you know, he tried contacting the person who bought it from. They want to know. Weren't going to refund, weren't going to repair it, weren't going to exchange it, nothing. Because people are out there just to, you know, make money, you know, kind of. Like, your boxes are fucking worth it because they work. Like, you know, last night I was using this one, Good Box 14. And we was getting a lot of good responses on it last night. But then after a while, after I'd been in the kitchen and came back, it kind of like died out. You know, we were still getting responses, but not as good as we was getting earlier. But we had a good hour full of good response on that last night.
Well, I was going to say to you, Steve, you know, you were saying before about helping put an echo chambers like running most boxes. Well, the ones I've been doing in recent years, echo chamber and
an you break up, can't hear. You break up.
An echo chamber and amp.
Yeah.
And they're not that expensive, real simple circuits to build and stuff like that. So I'll happily, quite literally, I'll build one up soon. And I'll pop over and see you one weekend if you're not doing anything. And then I'll show you, I'll literally pop the back off and show you how to do it. And the box where you've got speakers, Easy fix, but what I might out. Is that the one for the REM pod box?
Yeah, that's got the REM pod on it.
Yeah, that'd be an idea then. Box.
You're just breaking up chronically now. You're just breaking up really bad.
Yeah, it's because my phone's on charge. Is that better?
No. It was better without the charge, mate.
Is it better like that?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, basically, what it might need doing is to have the a whole new box for the bits to put it in, because we can put the speaker inside rather than outside, so it's not going to fall out.
Yeah.
And not only
I had to hunt around for one of my glue guns. I found one up there, but it's like, you know, got a chunk of glue stuck to it. But I did find another one in there today, which I put over there, and I was going to like hot glue it on again. But I think because, like, you know, I'd have to gently, you know, it's still stuck on a little bit, so I'll have to like kind of like pull it off slightly and get a knife and cut all that excess out, and then just like try and re-glue it on again. And that's happened to, it did happen to this one as well. I glued that one back on.
Those were my early boxes, bro. Nowadays, I'm literally just drilling the holes out the front and gluing the actual speakers inside the boxes pretty much. And the same with the battery holders at the back. I normally hold those on and super glue them. So we've got no hot glue around the outside, so it doesn't look as messy.
This one was hot glue, and I've had to put tape on it. That one's still okay, but that one I've got hot glue back on. And that one, that's been okay. That's hot glued on.
I was going to say, dude, if you could get over to mine, right? If you could come over to mine one day, that would probably be a better idea, because I've got all my bits and pieces here. I could like literally fix them while you're here.
Whereabouts do you live though?
I'm still in that. You know, the old place with the ex in Ashford, that house along the main road. I'm not far from here. I'm about a mile as the crow flies. I'm actually in the main high street of Ashford. Not Ashford, but Ashford near Heathrow Airport.
Oh, right. Well, I'd like to get you on the, Facebook one day, because at the moment, the tubes and the trains and everything keep striking, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not too bad actually. I went back from where was it? St Helier. You know St Helier station?
St Helier. That's no, I don't know that one. Is that up near St Helier Hospital? Yeah,
it's not far from Morden.
Yeah.
Rose Hill and all that. I've come back with my bike from there a little while ago, and that was easy as. No drama.
I read an article on the phone earlier, and they said between the 20th and the 29th, there's going to be a lot of disruptions on the trains, the tubes, the buses. So I think, like, you know, if we go and sort something out, I'd come up there, say like next month, when they've kind of like possibly sorted stuff out, and if you're not too busy. Yeah,
of course, bro. Of course, I work around whenever you can. Because I work for myself. It's easy for me to put the day off.
You know, if you get another box, I'll pay for the box, and, you know, a bit of money for you doing it for us.
I've got a few bits and bobs here. I was thinking of actually building another Ouija box, to be honest.
Oh, what?
The Ouija box.
A Ouija box?
Yeah, basically, it's going to be like a box with a Ouija board on top. So you can use the Ouija board at the same time with the ghost box running.
No, I think I've mentioned to you one day about, you know, would it be crazy if someone was to build a Ouija board with electronics, and you was able to like get the spirit to spell it out without actually having a planchette? Someone actually did do it. Someone actually made one. And I'm thinking, whoa, fucking hell, I've only been talking about that years ago, and someone's actually built one. And like what it is, it's like a voice recognition. You know, you're saying to the spirits, like, you know, can you, well, I think it's like voice recognition, or it might be like sound recognition or whatever. You're asking a question, and the spirit is able to like light up the letters and numbers. So like if you say, are you Mel? It'll say like, it'll actually spell out Mel. Unless you're like, it's got it on like on top. If it's, I can't remember how he made it, but I know that it had like all the letters, and it had like yes, no, goodbye, and I think he had a few other ones. It might have had male, female on it as well. So when he asked the question, it'll light up. Like if he said like, "Are you male, female?" It'll either light up male or female. Are you a good spirit? Yes or no? And it's say yes or no. Right. What's your name? And it starts spelling out his name by lighting up the letters. Now sometimes it kind of like would have spelt the name kind of slightly wrong, but it was lighting up the letters. And I'm thinking, whoa, someone's actually fucking built one. But the price of it, man, fuck that. I thought, no, my way, you're not going to buy that. I actually built it.
Bloody hell.
Hello, Nigel. How's it going, bro? Hello, Private Tomcat. Yeah, like some, people have actually put in their mind into building more stuff, but it's just like, I know it's like, building it and testing it and seeing if it works or not. You might get some form of like interaction with it, but you can't prove it's actually a spirit that's interacting with it, really, can you?
Exactly. The only thing that you can, what you've got to do is eliminate. Treat it like you're doing like you're a cop investigating a crime. Evidence. So, EVP, for example, regular EVP with a dictaphone or a voice recorder. You can't really debunk that, because if you get a recording of it, how's that happened? Where's that come from?
Especially if there's one around here for like, fucking half a mile or something, and you've got, an EVP that is like near enough clear as day. Some EVPs I know can be a little bit quiet, but if you're on your own and you're out somewhere, like in a house in the middle of nowhere, and there ain't no fucking tramps or anyone like camping out, you've got no kids screaming or running around, it's kind of like a derelict kind of location, and you go into that location, that particular house, and you're doing an investigation. Right, knocks and bangs could probably be where the house is settling down. It's like an old house, it's falling apart, right? That could probably be debunked. But when you've got an actual EVP saying like, hello, or fuck off, go away, I'm a demon, that is like, to me, pure evidence that something's there.
Exactly, but you can get that even better. And basically what you do is a lot of these cheap audio recorders you can buy, especially at Wish and places like that. It's so easy to open those up, desolder the actual microphone inside it, right? Then you wrap the bloody thing in tin foil, or put it in a box that's covered in tin foil, so that basically all the radiation and everything else like that can't get to it. You destroy the mics and nothing audio can get through. You've literally got a ghost hunting piece of equipment there and then. Because the only thing that it can pick up is spirit communication.
See, the only one thing I've done with an experiment with a microphone, an audio recorder, and I'd only not, I was in temporary accommodation at Croydon Court Hotel, single room. I did like that tin can experiment, to see if we can get any kind of echo, which I did get echo, and I saw that Danny Bigbeard was doing things like that, and I said to him, can you incorporate, the echo into your like software? And he did do it eventually, and then suddenly turned around and said it's his idea when it wasn't. But before I gave him that idea, what I did is that I had a tin can, and I think I might still have it on one of my old videos, right? I had a digital recorder. I wrapped it up in 2 bags, all right, 2 waterproof bags, and I dipped it in water. I sunk it down, held, and made sure it's held down. It's turned on, recording. I asked for any kind of like communication, and I didn't want to leave it in there too long, just in case it did get waterlogged and like start fucking up and just shutting down on me. I think I had it in there for about a minute. Pull it out. You could hear me talking clear as day, and I got EVPs coming through it. I'd EVPs coming from a digital recorder that had been covered or wrapped in 2 bags and in a bowl of water that deep, and it's at the bottom.
That is exactly the good thing, because that shows, that whatever you caught from that, you're reducing the chances of it being fake or the chance of it being any external interference that could be positive. To me, that's perfect. If people would adopt more of that at ghost hunts, what they would be getting is real evidence rather than a blinky light on a piece that everyone knows doesn't work.
Have you still got any of your cook boxes available for sale?
I don't have them for sale at the moment, but I do make them for people, but I don't charge a lot, to be honest. Expect to be parts.
What's the name said that he wanted to get a cook box?
I would say it's parts plus drink, but I don't drink anymore. I gave up drinking over a year ago.
Yeah, Ship Shack said she wanted one, and I had people saying like, "Oh, will you sell me that cook box?" I said no, because that was built for me, personally from Steve Cooper himself, and I think one of them still has part of your signature on the bottom.
I can re-sign them for you, bro. It's no issue.
If I bring them, I'll probably bring fucking both these up for you to do for me.
Yeah.
I'll worry about this one because it just ain't got enough room in it, I don't think. Because I put one of those like little fucking cheap radios in, and it still works. It's still. Turn that off. What one is it? Right. Yeah, there you go. This one is a bit more quiet though. Just finding the right fucking station on this one. It's one of those cheap ones that guy was selling on eBay for like 30 quid, and it's a £10 radio. It was like put a wire from one connector to another one.
Oh, a very simple hack.
Yeah. Because I said to him, like, I bought one off him, and I said to him, these are easy to hack. I've already done one before. I just want to see if it's the same kind of hack. Or you can't be doing my hack. My hacks are of like copyrighting. I can have you done for copyright infringements. It's patented. I said, you can't patent a radio which has already been manufactured by a company. He goes, no, I'm not saying that it's patented by the radio. It's patented by the actual hack itself. I thought, what other fucking bollocks? And other people are doing it. So you're saying that anyone else is get that radio and is able to hack it, and it's similar to yours, is exactly the same. You're saying that they have no idea. He goes, yeah, because I'm the only one who was able to hack it. I said, bollocks. And he still sells them on eBay for £27. Yeah, I'll have to get onto you next month because I know there's a lot of problems with the transport over here.
Yeah, if you get up to Clapham Junction, bro, it's literally the line up from there that goes out to Windsor and Eton.
Yeah, you'll have to meet me at the train station though.
Yeah, no drama. It's only like literally a 10-minute walk to me gap.
Yeah, I'll bring those up. Bring a bit of cash with me, so I'll pay you for. Depending on how much money you want for putting it in. I'm using like the little amps at the moment.
Yeah. No, mate, I don't want anything for doing anything. Yeah, seriously, pop over. I'll sort it out.
I will bring something up, right, which I want you to look at.
Yeah, of course. Oh, it ain't your dong again, is it?
No. I want to find out if you were able to, like, I don't know if I still got the kit, but I know you can still get it on eBay. But it is like a geophone in one way. So when vibration, it also picks up by audio as well, sound. So hello. So it's picking up audio, and it also picks up vibration. And what it is, I've got like a little copper thing at the bottom, but underneath there, there's a microphone built into it as well. So that's why it's picking up the audio a lot better and the vibration. Although the copper is actually picking up the vibration, the microphone inside it actually picks up as well. So it's being picked up by the motion of the vibration of the copper, and it's also being picked up by the audio. So if you think about it, like, you put an audio recorder on the ground and you tap on it, it's going to pick up the vibration, isn't it? It's going to pick up the sound. That's what this is doing. So I'll bring this one up and let you have a look inside it. I can't let you have that one because that one's promised to Rose, because Rose has been giving me a lot of good stuff lately.
You're all good, bro. You're all good. Yeah, do.
If I can find your kits, I'll bring the kits up.
I'll have to get my drone lessons back on sorted because I've got a new drone, isn't it?
A new drone?
Well, I bought one a couple of years ago before she sacked me, so to speak. I bought a Parrot Bebop 2, which is not. But
What
happened
to the one that you had when we went to the Roman villa?
Oh, you mean the real dodgy one that was up and down, flying all over the place? Yeah. That's a kid's toy, bro. You want to see some of the latest videos on the Coopbox channel? Well, they're not latest; they're from like 2 or 3 years ago. But the new drone, it's like, do you remember Avery with that big mound that's 100 feet high?
Yeah.
I took my drone off. I'm flying it up, and because of the drone rules, you can't be within like 50 meters of people, like all livestock, without their consent. So someone's walking their dog. And this idiot, it's saw me flying my drone, and rather than waiting for me to land it, he carried on walking. So I'm dropping my drone really quickly out the sky. I only had seconds to take the thing up and take this footage and bring it back down again. It was like, for God's sake. You know what I mean? So, but I'm getting hopefully the DJI Mini 3 soon. As soon as I've got the money together, because it's about £1,250 for the kit that comes with a couple of batteries and the flight control. But my Anafi, my Bebop was 350 quid, which is my start off one. That's a 1080p camera. But the Anafi that I've got, that's got a full 180 degree swivel 4K camera with a zoom built into it. And that's a fold up job, so it fits into a little bag. That was 850 quid with 3 batteries and flight controller. So yeah, they've sort of gone up a little bit in price, but
because when you said that you're going to get that one, I thought, what has you done with the one that you had at the Roman site? You ain't gone and crashed it and blown it up or something, have you?
No, I was literally going to shoot it with my air rifle, but I thought no, I gave it away to someone, and I don't know what they've done with it. It didn't. After I bought my Bebop and then the it's like I don't really need it now. I'll show you the Anafi.
He'll be fucking putting like little bombs on it next. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Egg bombs, dropping eggs on people.
This is the Anafi.
Oh, right, yeah, the parrot. Yeah, left the parrot. Does
it
tweet? Does it go, hello, there's your pretty boy?
That's
the
controller.
So I had a helicopter, I didn't have a drone, but I had a helicopter years ago.
The drone.
I had a helicopter with a little camera on it. I took it out to my local cemetery and I flew it, and I went and crashed the damn thing. Yeah, I've always been thinking about getting a drone, but don't really many places around here apart from Mitchell and Common you can actually fly one, and you ain't even supposed to be flying drones over there. I went over there one day and this guy was flying a drone over there, and he went and fucking crashed it, and he really seriously damaged it, man, I tell you. And he came walking down. I said, you looking for your drone, mate? He goes, yeah. And the propellers were fucking hanging off and everything. I said, I think you damaged it. He goes, fuck. He goes, all right, cheers, mate. And he couldn't use it. He had to take it back home and probably repair it. I'll tell you, man. I don't know how much it cost him, but I don't think it would have been an expensive one. Probably a cheap, mate, for it to crash and get that destroyed.
The brilliant thing with this, you know, the one that we had at Silchester that time, the Roman Town.
Yeah.
That one I had to keep using the controllers all the time. Otherwise, if I let go of the controllers, it just fell out the sky. This one and my bebop, as soon as you press one and it takes off from the floor and hovers until you control it. Then if you let go of the controls, it just stops where it is and hovers.
It's like that Tim, that Russian YouTuber. He uses a drone, and it's like a motion sensor, and he can set it at a certain height, and he doesn't have to use a controller because he kind of like programs it.
Follow me mode.
And it actually follows him as he's walking.
Yeah, my bebop and the Anafi do that.
Because it'll also detect the terrain as well. So if it's like heading towards a tree, it'll actually go around a tree and then still follow.
Yeah, that doesn't completely work, but it also kills your battery. That's why I went, because the DJI drones that have got these apparent sensors in, they don't quite work. They only pick up large branches. So if you're going through a tree with thin branches, it won't actually go round the tree. It will go through it and it will mince itself up. Whereas the Bebop and the Anafi, they don't have that obstacle avoidance. All they have is like literally sensors to tell you how high they are from the ground. Apart from that, the battery life is like 26 minutes on the Anafi compared to the DJI apparent, the DJI equivalent, which was about 20 minutes. So you get like a bit of a difference in flight time per battery load.
Could you actually run your one from a mobile phone through an app?
That's what it is, yeah. I run it through my phone, and the phone actually clips onto the controller. And I've got two different apps for the different drones. They're both Parrot ones, but yeah, I've got my new phone anyway. I haven't used my drone on that yet because I'm running a Google Pixel 7 Pro as a phone now. It's a beast.
So what other equipment you've been thinking about building, apart from your machine and your Tesla and all this weird, wonderful, confusing stuff? Can't you stick to the simple stuff like radios and sensors and things like that?
There is a real simple one that I'm actually looking at building, which I'm sure through my research was something that Tesla was working on himself. It's a hybrid Tesla coil with something else. I won't really go into too much more detail at the moment because it's not a good idea to fuck around with high voltage electricity unless you know what you're doing. So I don't want to kind of give people ideas and then end up electrocute themselves or blowing their household voltage, their household electrics or anything along those lines.
Well, knowing me, I would probably go and blow myself up and the house.
So that wouldn't be a great idea, brother. But yeah, literally, once I've got this design built, I'm going to build a small desktop version of it first. But again, that's the whole point of me building these prototypes out of little spare bits of wood here and there, because I am planning on buying a new 3D printer, because the other one I bought before was actually a pile of dog turd. It was useless. I mean, so many different ways of calibrating it for it to work properly. It was just absolute bodax. So I wanted to do those jobs. You get out of the box, put it on the shelf, and away it goes, and then I can start building more stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know you had a printer because I was going to say, why don't you build your own particular boxes for your radios that way?
Oh, I did start doing it, but the 3D printer, because the person I was with at the time didn't really like me spending the money on the two-stunting stuff. She said that I wasn't allowed to spend a decent cash to get a decent 3D printer. I had to get one of these ones that you kind of build yourself from the kit that comes. And because you had to calibrate it to the micron, from like literally 4 different axes, or was it more than that? You had 4 axes for the extruder and 4 axes for the hotbed. So there's 8 different axes. You had to get down to the micron, calibrated perfectly. Otherwise, it wouldn't print jack shit. And it was absolute ball ache getting it to do it properly. So I got to the point where I took a baseball bat to it in the end. But I'm looking at getting a decent one anyway. looking at getting literally a decent one out the box on the shelf. Bosh, I can away it goes, printing, job done, sorted.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let's just make something.
But yeah, there's apart from that, there's a few other little things that I've been thinking about building for a while, but yeah, I'm looking at, there's one of them I'm starting to have a little play with, which is an app. I'm looking at having a think of doing a app as well at some point. I've had a few other people do apps for me in the recent times, ones with like a tone generator, all that kind of stuff in it.
I've always thought that, a lot of these apps are just like shit, really, to be honest with you. Because
The one that I designed was the only one that you couldn't debunk. Because what it was a frequency tone generator. It was to work sort of like ultra high frequencies that you could put in the background of trigger tones and trigger sounds, like say pouring rain, and you could put a really high sort of frequency like that, but really high that you couldn't even hear it, but it would be playing over the back of the rain pouring, or the church bells, or the sound of thunder, or something like that in the background to it. If that makes sense. But dude, I've got my neighbour banging at the door. I think he needs some help, so I'm going to have to shoot.
All right, mate. I was just trying to put my number in my phone book. I'm having problems with it at the moment.
I'll have to write my new number. Did I put my new number in that message at all?
The last one I got was 2020.
No, I'll have to resend it to you.
The one I've got there is ending 798.
No, it's a different one now.
All right, then send me the new one. I'll put it in.
Will do, bro. I'll speak to you later, guys. Take care, everyone.
If coming on, I'll get in touch with you about coming up with to see you next month.
Definitely, bruv. It sounds like a plan, and it'll be cushy. But you take it easy, and I'll speak to you very soon, brother.
All right, catch you later.
Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye. That's Steve Cooper, the one who built the 2 coop boxes I've got. So we had a pretty good session with this one last night. Coop box 16, which he had actually, well, the speaker keeps falling out of slate. He put in the DC box, one of my DC boxes in there, which sometimes keeps falling out the LED, so I've got to open it up and push it back in again. The speaker needs to be re-glued in. But it's got a sweep on there as well, and also a static noise thing, so it cuts out that static. You don't want static on it. And that one hasn't got the static thing. Oh, yes, it has. I actually found out how he done it, and I put the hits on that one. And my one I built, I was able to do that one as well. So, hang on. Right, so yeah, he doesn't have any more ghost boxes to sell, but he might be able to make them if anyone's interested. Maybe you go to his channel, which is Steve Cooper. If I can find it again, might be on the Coop box actually. Yeah. Bloody hell, that's a new one. I ain't seen that one before. Coop box 20. So this is his channel. Oh, hang on. Oh, wait a minute. That's his channel. And it shows you some of the Coop boxes that he's actually built. I think he's even got the one that I've got here. I don't know how many he actually built, but he built a bloody lot, I tell you. But he went to the Roman place with this particular one. And we got some pretty good, amazing kind of like interaction with that. So I don't know why, but I had a few issues with these last year. I think it was. I just wasn't getting no signals. Oh, it is. If you go back 6 years ago, 17th September. So you go to 17th September. He's actually doing the test run on the Coopbox 16 with integrated DC box, which I gave him the idea to incorporate, and he did actually incorporate DC box. See this one here. Don't know why I'm having problems running bloody YouTube videos at the moment. What was it? Is it one? Yeah. This is this Coopbox 19, which has got echo chamber in.
Myself, Steve, and Deb,
which I don't have.
We're here. We're just about to do a recording with the new Spawn.
This is the DC box.
This is the DC box 3, which I made. It has a key start. It has a.
So what he done, I gave him the idea of putting the DC boxes in some of these radios. So I gave him the equipment, and I think he bought some more like the parts, which I gave him so he could incorporate them in other DC boxes. I'll say that again, so he could incorporate them in some of his other Coop boxes. But he actually built one which has got a temperature gauge in, which I was going to do myself. But I might still do that later. I don't know yet. Because having a temperature gauge in some of the devices is pretty good, because you never know when you're going to get that fluctuation. There's temperature change. When you think about it, people say, "Oh, I've just got a cold spot here." Is that imagination, or is it where the window's open? If the window's closed and you're in an empty, bare room and you've got a cold fluctuation, then and you can see that the temperature is dropping down very rapidly, then you could probably turn around and say, "Yeah, that's like paranormal. That is some form of spirit." Changing the temperature and making me bloody cold. And I've had that in here last night, actually. But I didn't have any kind of devices next to me to actually check the temperature. I'm reading the chat. I don't know how much he charges now, but they used to be a standard one, something like that, without the hiss. But these was going for about 80-90 quid each. The ones with the DC box built into it, and this is now incorporated the switch, the key switch. And I'll tell you the reason for that in a minute. Yeah, the key switch. And I can't find the keys. Lucky I bought some fucking keys off eBay years ago, innit? It's a key lock switch here. I bought like a bag of 12 of these. So I know I always lose my keys. I've got one on the keychain actually. But it's like you get this little lock. It is like a switch in one way, but it's like the key switch. It's like a lock in one way as well. So anyway, with this one has also got it on there, but it ain't got a working battery. But when you turn this on, he's done it so I've got 2 switches, one for the PC box, and you know the same key will fit this one as well. For some reason it's locked. So I can have this turned on, right, and then just turn it off. It hasn't got like a normal on-off switch. It's got the key lock switch here. And the reason he done that, yeah, and this is true, the reason why he did that, for security reasons, because like children who don't know anything about the paranormal might get themselves a ghost box and start trying to communicate with spirit and get screwed over. So with Steve's ones, he made them a bit more secure. So if someone bought it and they was doing paranormal in their house, but they weren't doing it when their children were there, and they've gone out and the children find it, and they're wondering like, oh, it's just like a normal radio, they're not going to turn it on. They ain't going to be able to turn it on because they're going to need the key. So they're not going to be able to turn it on and try to communicate with the spirits when their parents are out. So I think that's the reason why he done it. I want to go and get a drink. Oh, my throat's dry. I'm going to get one of my energy drinks. Before I drink that, I need to go for a pee as well. So hold on a minute. I'll be back in 2 minutes. 2 shakes of land tail. I know another person who built the same boxes, and Steve knew the guy, but they don't really get on with each other now. But yeah, he actually incorporated the DC box into some of the radios, like he did with the Cute Box 16 for me. The reason being is that when he first started building boxes, I kind of like really liked it, and I've really wanted to get one off him, but I couldn't afford it. And we, you know, we'd already been out on a few investigations, and like I said to him, you know, wouldn't that be cool to, like incorporate a DC box? And he goes, well, what's the DC box? And I told him, I showed him. He goes, yeah, fucking hell, Steve, that's a good idea. So he comes up to an agreement that I'd give him a couple of my DC box circuit boards, and all the components, diodes and resistors and all that kind of stuff, yeah. And that he would incorporate them into his box, yeah, and give me this one free of charge, right? So we kind of done a swap, and then later he done this one, which I think might have been his first prototype one actually, and he incorporated the HISS one. He actually done that later. He came down and incorporated that later at a different time, but he did put a DC box in. And I think this was his first prototype one. So I've actually got one of his first prototypes. But because he was just showing his radios before, and I was going on about the hiss. I didn't like the static too much. He knew how to actually reduce that hiss or even cancel it out, and he came down and incorporated this with the switch. So when you've got it turned on, right, when you've got it turned on, I'll do it so this is not station. When you got it turned on like that, flicking that over would actually cut that particular hiss out. See what I mean? So, you might just hear it slightly in the background, very, very slightly, but I didn't like that hiss too much, that static. I thought that static wasn't really necessary. I know with any radio, you're going to get the static, and they say, well, the static helps, but to me, it kind of like just kept giving me too many fucking headaches. So he actually was able to incorporate that. And then one day, I wanted to find out how to connect a cable so I can stick it into an amplifier. So what I'd done, I was able to connect this onto the speaker, and it worked. I did tell Steve I was going to do it, so we'll just don't fuck it up, kind of thing. So I've done it with that one. I've done it with this one. I think I actually done it with this one first. I think I did it with this one first. And when I found out that it actually did work, and I could run an amp through it and make it like my own, using an echo box or a reverb box, like I used last night. I done it with them two. Then I bought all the parts, and I wanted to build my own particular one. And Steve came down and helped me to build this one. He actually helped me to put the sweep rate in. I had the radio. He put the sweep in, but later on I added the hiss and just the cable, and I stuck some crystals on it and called it the crystal box. And as you know, I've used all three of these in the past, and people have said, "Oh, sell me it," but I won't sell it because I like the little boxes. But if Nigel is actually still interested in one, I can hit you up on Facebook, give you Steve Cooper's Facebook page, and you can go directly to Steve and ask him if he will build you one. I think with Steve though, he's an honest, real honest guy. He won't rip anyone off. He might ask you for part payment or full payment to get the bits and pieces through first, and it might take about a week to probably build, or he might build it and just say, hit me up after I built it, because I don't know if he's got the parts or not. He might have to order parts, and he might ask you the money for the parts. As I say, normally now what he used to do is like build it, get you to pay for all the parts and everything, and ask you to chuck in a few quid in for like a few cans of beers. But he did say he don't drink beers anymore, so you'd have to sort it out with Steve. Well, if you got him on Facebook, just hit him up. I don't think he does as many boxes at the moment, but he did say, he would possibly be willing to build one if anyone's interested. I don't know how far he went up to East Coast boxes. Let's have a look how far he went up. What was his last one? See, that one looks nice, the way he built that. Let's cut that one off. I like the way he done that. It's got the temperature gauge in, got the two antennas, one for the DC box, one for the antenna, for the radio, the sweep, the volume, the tune, the on-off switch. I say, these do tend to come adrift, and sometimes you have to re-glue them. But Steve there said that he's now actually putting these speakers inside the box and just drilling holes so that the sound can come out of them. Let's see how far he went up. Don't know how actually far he went up. Oh, hang on, who was that? Oh, that's Coop Box 7. Brian Holloway had one. I think he had a few actually. Brian Holloway. Yeah, Coop Box 7 sweep. Yeah, double speakers on that one. Volume and tune and the hiss. So he actually had the hiss built into boxes before I had mine one redone. I'm just saying, what was his last ghost box? Coop Box 52. Yeah, see, I told him about putting like a speaker plug in so you can actually run the box on radio instead of speaker, which he took my advice in doing. I think he might have had the idea, but I kept nagging him about doing it. What was that one? 2020. The ghost box. What number is that one? That one's got an echo chain. That sounds nice. That does. No, you still got the hiss, but I think you can actually do it. So you still got the hiss switch. So you've probably got a more of a clearer signal coming out from the ghost box itself than rather having that hiss. Shame you ain't still on here because I could have gave him another idea actually. Got another idea. Only he would probably be able to do it. See, this one's got echo on it. Coop Box 50. Tune volume, sweep, echo, and the audio in, out, and the 3 switches. I think. I don't know if that's got DC box built into it or not. Unless it's on top and you can't see it. I don't think you put like DC boxes, the REM pods built into every single one. Coop Box 40. Fast forward a little bit. Has that got like what they called it? One of those like laser sensors. Yeah. That ain't a bad idea having like a laser grid coming from a ghost box into another box. Maybe he's got something there. I'll have to speak to him and get him to tell us more about this one because that looks a bit more interesting. Maybe it's sending the signal from there to there. So I was wondering if you can send one signal of a radio station through laser into another kind of like device. So what I'm trying to say, maybe send the signal from this radio into the speaker on that one instead of like having the plug. You see what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like have like a laser grid. Somehow it's able to send the sound through laser into like an external speaker instead of having a speaker like in the box itself. So you've got more room to put more stuff in there. Maybe that's what he's done. What is the thing I was going to say? What might be an idea? Now, I know that, you know, he's got the DC boxes built into some of them, yeah? Yeah, so he's jumped quite a bit. He's hiding the technology so we can't copy him, which I don't blame. What's that one? He's got box 24. Just looks like standard one. It's got 4 switches in there. Or something just split my bloody eye. So yeah, it looks like he's incorporating like the little earphone thing, so you can like connect it to external speakers or external amps or whatever. I had an idea of which I was going to say, but I can't remember what it was now. Was that the one he was talking about with the Ouija board? I'm trying to think what I was going to say. The idea. Because if he's done it so that a laser can actually go from one radio and transmit the audio through laser into an external speaker, which I think you might have done, I wonder if there's a way of actually transferring audio from the radio, which is coming through, into a laser that will set off the DC box. Instead of having the DC box, you know, turned on, you know, all the time, maybe you might be able to do it so a laser can actually trigger the DC box to turn on and off. See, the reason I called it DC box, right, my versions, was because I kind of like, you know, I got the details about those from a guy in Australia. I swapped the details on how to build my power sensors to a guy in Australia, which, you know, I gave him, like, you know, how to build the power sensors. And he gave me the info on how to build the DC boxes. Now, you know, people were actually kind of like building them as well and knocking them out for £100 or whatever. But when I found out how to build them, you know, it wasn't too bad. And it helped me to build, you know, get the knowledge on how to like put things together. You know, learning when to I'm screwing up, you know, putting like the capacitor in the wrong way or whatever. But when I started building my ones, you know, you got the normal REM pods out of there anyway. and other people were recording like the little small ones, like my one, REM pods. So I thought that name's been used too much. And when I first actually built mine, I wasn't getting no actual interaction with it at all, nothing. And it's Dave Dimlow who wanted to get one off me. So I sent one up to Dave, and the day he got it, he went out on an investigation, and would you believe he was getting contact straight away, direct contact on his fucking DC box. And he told me, Steve, you watch this video, mate, up through it to you, that I was getting direct contact on that box. And like, I thought, DC box, he was getting direct contact, and I still wasn't getting none on mine at first, but then suddenly it started working, because he said all you got to do is to fucking tell him how it works, just tell him to like interact with the antenna, and it should start working. And I did that, and it started working. And I was saying to the spirit, so if you're touching it, you're actually directly making contact to it, you're lighting up the box. I thought, hang on a minute, direct contact to a box. So I just thought, why not call it DC box? So that's why I started calling it DC box. And like, I did sell a few to a few people. I actually sent some over to Living Dead Paranormal in a multi-box. I built them. This is like my radio one, but I have got another box over here somewhere. No, oh shit. I've got to do some repair work on this actually. I found my glue gun. But this one is my multi-box. The batteries are actually in there, but I've got to take the batteries out and redo the battery, put the connectors on that side. But it's got a touch sensor. It ain't going to work because the batteries are dead. It's got a flashlight in it. So like, it's always an anti-terminal flashlight. That's a bit temperamental at the moment. Touch sensor. And it's also like it's a 2-in-1, this one. It's like a touch sensor and an ion detector. So if it picks up any ion fields, especially when you get a thunderstorm, it should light it up. It's got a DC box in it. It's got a radio in it, which I don't know. There's a DC box. Built-in static detector. This battery is flat as hell, but it's got a sound detector in it as well. So if the battery is working, if it picks up any audio or vibration, a bit like my little box here. If something moves a box or talks into the box, then it lights up, sets off the alarm. So yeah, it's like vibration detector, static detector. It's even got the little hole in here for the audio to come out from the from the static or the other detector. It's got a jack phone plug in there. I can plug in one of those like audio cable things like I was using last night, which I've gone and put somewhere. Might be behind me, might be up there, can't remember. But I can plug that into an external speaker, or I don't know if I've tried an amp on that. I don't know actually. Can't remember. But it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 devices in one, if you want to call the flashlight a device. Now, the thing with the radio though, it hasn't got like a sweeper in it. It actually automatically sweeps by itself. So it's got one of those cheap fucking radios that's been hacked. And I can't turn the volume up. That's why, you know, I put one of those in so I can have it connected to an external speaker. You can hear the radio just about. As I say, this one got a flashlight. Flick it that side, flashlight. Flick it this side, then this should light up for the touch sensor or the iron detector, built in 2-in-1. So that's my little multi-box I built. But Living Dead Paranormal had a different complete one which I got on my Ghost Gear YouTube channel, which I did some videos of me actually, like, you know, building and constructing it. You know, with the DC box, you know, it had like the one I sent to Living Dead Paranormal had like 6 or 7 devices, you know, built into one. Especially it had like a DC box built into it. It had static detectors. I think it had a flashlight on it. A few other things I can't remember what had it built into it actually, that particular one. But I did use it on a couple of episodes, which was pretty cool. I watched the episode the other day actually, where they was in a residential, and they got hit on the actual DC box a few times. But I didn't really build too many because they're just too fucking difficult to do. You know, boxes were too small, and I wanted to try to like put as much in to one box, which was a bit of a pain to do, instead of like a massive box, you know. So I kind of like crammed it in, and fucking wires, you know, here, there, and everywhere. It was like kind of like ridiculous. But that I need to sort out. I need to bring the batteries out, drill a hole so I can redo the battery inside there. I do have some of the little button batteries for this, but that needs to be re-glued on there because that's where it was originally, on the side like that. I could probably somehow have these connected onto a 9-volt, but when I tried connecting the static detector and the sound vibration detector, it blew it on a 9-volt. So that's why I decided to use a button battery, because the button battery still had enough power to run these for a certain amount of time, as long as you turned. Oh, there we go. It actually went. Hello? 1. And if you blow in it, it picks it up. But it's more like a sound detector as well. Because it's got like a built-in microphone. So it does work still, which is surprising. I tried that the other night and it didn't fucking work. So I don't know what happened there. I don't build those ones anymore, those, because it's just too complicated. But you've got, like you got this one. That's similar to that. You know, like you put it on the bed, right? You put it on the box. Vibration sets it off. Talking loud, if it's near enough. Hello, that sets it off. The only thing it hasn't got in here is like a hole, because the microphone's down at the bottom. But if the microphone was on top, if something was blown into the microphone, it'd set it off that way. But that's more like a 2-in-1 anyway, which you're going to be getting. Got your LED party lights up there still. I've got to sort out your dolls. So I've got your dolls sorted out. So they're everywhere at the moment. I know 2 of them are box dolls and the other one isn't. I can't remember what ones I'm going to send you, but you got 3 dolls coming up. You got that coming up. But I was going to hold on to that so I could show Steve, so we could like see if we could incorporate that into one of his next upcoming ghost boxes. and maybe give me a prototype whose goes box with this built into it. But I think I've got another one of those somewhere. I'm sure I've got another one somewhere. Put in the drawer. If I got two, then I'll send you one up. I know one of them is more sensitive than the other one is, though. But you've got to have it on a flat ground or flat surface for it to actually pick up any kind of like vibration. And you can't be near it, because if you're near it and you're walking around, it's going to constantly keep going off. So you need to have it in a room where there's no one there and it's sitting on a flat surface. If anything is walking around, like Grumpy, for instance, yeah, if he starts trotting around in the room where you got that in there, that will be going off. And if someone's talking, if one of your spirits is talking, then if it's loud enough, then it'll go off. I don't even know if I've got any more kits, to be honest with you. If I had the kits, I'd probably build a couple more. And this one would actually have the microphone on top instead of the bottom. The reason I put it on the bottom, because like these plates, although they are sensor kind of plates, big all just went through my kitchen. Although these are kind of like sensor plates, they're not as sensitive as I thought they were. So I put a microphone inside underneath. So underneath here, you got a hole, little hole. And inside the box, you've got the microphone. So the microphone is like inside the box. You've got the hole, and then you've got this. So the microphone is acting as like a secondary kind of like sensor in one way. So if you talk into a microphone, you're going to pick up sound, aren't you? Well, with this, when it's actually going off, it's picking up the sound. It's picking up the vibration. That's why it's going off. You know, people have asked me to build them before, but I'm not going to be doing it. If I'm going to be building anything, it's going to be for myself, mostly, you know, because I just can't be arsed. You know, every time I sit down to do something, I get interrupted by them fuckers upstairs. I just lose my concentration. I know people say, well, wear headphones and, like, you know, just tune into some music you might like. That don't work for me. I just can't. Because like, music would make me lose concentration as well. Well, you got that coming up. You got two of those coming up. Might be getting three actually, because the ones you sent back to me, nothing wrong at all. You just didn't change the batteries over. And don't use them cheap fucking Kodak ones from Powerman. Use Duracell or Everready. Amazon ones work all right. Even the Shiba ones I'll use. So use like, you know, really good batteries. Don't use the cheap shitty ones, because that motion sensor light will not, you know. Oh fucking hell, I'm getting so much orb activity in there right now. Let's go on to. No, not that way. That way. Yeah. So you got that. You got 2 or 3 of those coming up and 3 dolls when I find the fucking dolls. I know where one is. I think I've got an idea where the other one is, and the other third one I just pulled out as random from the bunch I've got. I'm not saying they're going to be active, but you know, you might have something attached to them, might not. I don't know. I've got to make sure that I don't send the ones up which Simon Jones gave me, because I've got to keep those. But yeah, you'll get those sent up. I've just been like, just too kind of like, not, you know, it's not just being lazy and sending it out. I've just not been able to like sort stuff out lately because of all the fucking bullshit from them upstairs. Every time I go in there to do something, the noise starts up. As soon as the noise starts up, I lose concentration on what I'm supposed to be doing. And I say, fuck it. You know, and I just come in here and sit and watch fucking YouTube or TV or whatever. But I've got to go in and start sorting stuff out, I'll tell you that. Because Rocky from Paranormal Nightmare TV is coming over to the UK next month. And I think he wants to meet up with me. I definitely want to meet up with him. But I can't really bring him in a fucking house like this, you know, it's full of shit. I have to go to a fucking like hotel for the night and just have dinner or something, you know. He'll have to pay for it because I fucking got him. Did you read what I'm going to send you? Well, fucking hell. What now? What are you going to send me? What are you going to send me now, for fuck's sake? Don't send me no more dolls. I do not want no more dolls unless, like, you know, it's really fucking haunted. And I'm guaranteed to get something from it. You know, I'm trying to clear my dolls. That's why I put a video up about adopting my dolls like you've been doing. I'm not going to charge anyone. All I want is the postage, and that's it. And it's one doll per person. And they've got to live in the UK. And I'm not had any takers at the moment. So I'll have to keep releasing that video every now and then. But what are you going to send me now? New police cam. So it got night vision on. I do want. I've actually been looking at one of those, funny enough. But I want one with night vision because then that way I can actually go out during the night time. And I won't have to worry about fucking carrying a camcorder around with me, you know. And with that, I could probably take my Xbox out. Going to be a bit weird walking around with a fucking heavy Xbox connection, you know, kind of thing. But at least I ain't got to carry it around in one hand, which I can't do with this hand, and carry a camcorder in the other hand. At least I've got something that I can actually record it through. It runs from my phone. I'll show you the one I was actually thinking about getting, because there's been quite a lot of talk about these. A lot of advertisement. It's a mini Wi-Fi camera, little round one. They're only 1080p, but this is what I was thinking about getting a couple of. But you know, I've got these other fucking cameras, you know, these Wi-Fi ones, especially the ones you sent me. I can't use the ones you sent me, so it's still locked on your email account unless you find your email account and then go onto the program and then unlock them, delete them from your email. I can't use them. So that, I think you sent me 3 of them, Dan. I can't use them. They're just sitting there doing nothing because they're attached to your email. Yeah, these little cameras here, they're small. Got like a little stand. They're magnetic as well. You got like it takes photos, mobile hotspots, night vision, picks up detection. Put a little memory card in there, and you get an app. You can install your phone. So you install the app on the phone, then you actually pair it up with the camera. Now these are like $10.99 each. Or if you want a white one, $9.99. But I was thinking about getting a couple of those ones, and like, I don't know how long the battery lasts for. That's the only problem. Some of them it says 4K, but I don't trust that it's 4K, to be honest with you. Black with 32 gig. So you can buy these with the actual memory card for $11.90. We'll say £11.90. and they are in the UK. And you can actually download the app onto your laptop using BlueStacks or another program that installs Android applications. $7.95. You sent me a couple of these, and I can't get them working. One of them, the casing's completely come apart. The other two got no charges for them, and I don't know what charges they take, so they're still stuck in the box somewhere. The three of these that you got, you must have somehow connected them through the Android app, which you would have had to create an account for. And because you create an account on them, these cameras are locked to your account. And unless you go onto the app and delete the cameras from the app and from your email, they're no good. I've got one of these fucking things, big bulky bastards. Can't even use it really because I can't get internet access on it. But yeah, these supposed to be, good little devices actually. There's like I was watching some YouTube videos and got a few advertisements pop up, and it shows you these cameras, these ones, and people say that they're pretty good. Well, if it's still on your old mobile, it'll probably be under. So it might be a different software you use, but on my one, it's called YCC 365. I'll write it down. That's the software, the Android software, yeah. And what you would have done is to actually get this working. I've got to go full screen. To get that working, you would have to scan. Let's go onto the software. I don't need to do it because it's already programmed in that one. This one is disconnected in the living room. So what you would have done, you could have done it through scan code. And you would have got like one of these kind of like barcode things. One there. One of those. And you would have either had to have done it like through that, and for the camera lens to actually detect the barcode, and it would have bleeped twice saying that it's found the actual camera, right? You could have either done it that way, or you could have done it through your Wi-Fi hotspot kind of thing. And it would have been like a picture. Oh, I fucking hate this. A picture like that kind of thing. So the camera would have been trying to detect your Wi-Fi. So there's 2 or 3 ways of doing it here. And once it's detected, it'll be locked to that phone. Because when you actually download the software, you got to create an account, being your email. And you've got to create your account before you can actually scan the cameras for it to be detected on your mobile for them to work. Like, yeah, I've got to keep fucking scanning the one in the living room all the time because it just keeps going offline. I'm getting a bit pissed off with these ones, to be honest with you. That's why I've ordered those other 2 cameras, the one that I've got in the kitchen. The ones with the square type with the antenna. close my fucking YouTube down for some reason. Look above the link. Oh, you sent me one of those. That's cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. I know you can get some with like an LCD screen at the back. Yeah, that's night vision. Let me check on that one. Yeah, night vision. That'd probably be all right. You know, you don't really have to have a screen on the back. Because I was looking at a different one. Let me show you the one I was looking at, if I can find it. Yeah, this one. You know, I was looking at these ones. Like 60. Oh, fuck, I can't do it that way. And wonder if I can do it through. Take that all off. Let's see how that works. Yeah, that works. So I was looking at one of these, but I like 62 quid each. You might be able to get a cheaper version, but it's got like an LDC screen on the back. You got 140 degree wide angle, 4-hour charging time, which is quite long to be honest with you, but you don't know how long the actual charge lasts for. Got night vision support, blue-red flashing warning, audio video function. So I was thinking like something like that, but it's just too much money for me to be honest with you. So the other one I was looking at is a bit smaller. Just be easier to fucking present it, really. I was looking at one of these. These are like 30 quid though. You know, you stick them out at your pocket. They're more kind of like concealed as well. Take up to 128 gig. So yeah, I've been looking at different types of like Wi-Fi cameras. Like that one. That one ain't too bad. That's got a back screen on it. It's like 30 odd quid, 40 quid. But you know me, you know, I've spent out too much money on fucking cameras lately. Way too much money. I'm still waiting on the two cameras which I ordered on eBay last week, but because of the Easter period, you know, it affected the Royal Mail. Yeah, delivery services. Like 83 quid. 91. I don't know why you buy these things and they're like fucking give them away, you know. They do, you know, they do their fucking job. But that'd be ideal for me to take out with me. You know, if I'm going to do like a nighttime walk around. Because I was thinking of doing that one day, just going out, walking around one night and take a K2 meter and see what might occur outside, you know. But I don't know. So you got fucking money to spend. I ain't. But you know, I'll be honest with you. I spent like, if my mum and sister found that, they fucking go nutty. Now I spoke to my mum the other day and I said about getting some of these storage boxes. And I said, about 50 quid for free. 80-litre storage boxes for 50 quid. She goes, well, like, you know, as long as it helps you to like clear all that junk away, at least you can store it and like just stack it, you know, kind of thing. I said, yeah, but if I want something, I've got to fucking go through the boxes. She goes, no, not if you label them. I said, oh, I might get them. But I was thinking about getting another one of these like DVR cameras systems, because they don't do the cameras on their own. Now, the guy I bought this from cost me 110 quid with the hard drive, yeah. But if I get another one without the hard drive, it's going to be like 90 quid. But that give me the 4 cameras that I need. Because you can't get those cameras. And if you could get the cameras, they're going to be like 30 odd quid each. So it would have been like 190 quid. But if I buy the DVR system again without the hard drive in, it'd be 89, so I'd be like saving 40 quid. But then I'm thinking, well, I've ordered 2 of those other cameras, like the ones I've got in the kitchen at the moment. I've got one on the outside my window, and they've got audio in it. Because I thought I'd get another 2, you know, but I think those are like 20 odd quid each, second hand. The last one I bought with him worked pretty good. I just saw another orb. So I thought, yeah, I'll get another 2. But I'm thinking, well, I'm getting too many fucking cameras now. You know, is it worth me getting another DVR? Because I can run 2 programs on my computer. But running 2 with 4 cameras on each can be a little bit resource hungry and can lag out the bloody computer. And like when I do my streams, it kind of like lags my stream. But the DVR one hasn't got audio on. One in the kitchen and one outside my windowsill, it's got audio. Them ones, the little ones that you sent me, they've got audio on, and I can pan and tilt. But with them ones, when they pan and tilt, they sometimes get stuck, and they lose connection quite a lot easier. But the DVR one, I've only lost connection on that a couple of times, and they've come back on. But they've got no audio, they've got no sound, and I can't pan and tilt. Now the one in the kitchen, that one has got audio and sound, so like I can actually talk on the app. If someone's in the kitchen right now, like if I had my sister in there and she's making a cup of tea and I've wanted a drink, I can actually press the mic on the app on my phone and say, wait, make me a coffee, and she'll hear me. And I could hear her say, fuck off, come and make it yourself, you know, kind of thing. So that's got audio and mic, right? But it doesn't pan and tilt. And I was looking at the cameras where, similar to that one, where you can pan and tilt and have audio, being these ones. Now, these are similar to that one down here, right? Similar to the ones you sent me. But these ones don't keep disconnecting off the internet as much as them fucking ones do. And they've got audio and microphone built into them as well. And them ones were, how much were they? Let me have a check on Amazon. I think that was about 25 quid each. My Xbox just turned on because I hit the button. Orders. Wait a minute, orders. Right, these ones, they're quite easy to set up. They're similar to setting up like those ones are. And these are 20 quid, right? Let me share it. These would be all right for you, actually. Camera for home security, dog camera with monitor, sound, alerts via app. Indicator switch 2-way audio works with Alexa as well. So, you know, you could say Alexa, you know, turn off audio, and it probably, I don't use Alexa, but these work better than them fucking ones that you sent me. And I know I had a few of them ones already before you sent me your ones. I'm grateful that you sent them, but they just don't work because they're locked to your account. But I was actually looking for like Wi-Fi ones which have pan and tilt on them. And I was able to like be able to see what the hell's going on outside and watch like some creepy guy, you know, walk around the corner and have the camera following him. Now I did get one, but I could not get it connected to the internet. You know, I still got it. I was going to send it back, but I didn't. But would you like one of these fucking things sitting outside your house? No, these are IP66. These are waterproof. And they give you like an adapter, but I stuck tape on them to make sure that the water doesn't get in. And like you have it on your wall that way. You have it on your wall and it just like sits there and pans and tilt. But the thing is, it doesn't go down as much as I thought it would do. So you probably have to have it that way. You know, although the actual name's there, it does go up and down that way. You have your antennas like that. But if you get it too waterlogged, it comes with another thing that's sort of like that. It's just too fucking big, you know. No, is that really going to be like a deterrent? You know, you've got your microphone, your speaker there, got your IR lights there. But I just couldn't get the internet. I've got the internet connected once, then it went offline within the minute. And I couldn't get it back working. Just kept losing internet, so I took it off. And the power cord is small. That's how big the power cord is. So you would need like a extended cable, which I did buy for it. Plug that in. That's your power box. All right. And then what you do is you slide that in there like that. I probably will give another go one day, but you know, I've got my internet at a bit higher speed now, so I will give another go when I feel like doing it. But I'm not going to do it this month. Can't be asked. But because I've got like fucking 4 different cameras, I've got to use 4 different applications, you know. And it's annoying using so many different applications. You can't use so many applications at the same time because it just eats up the resource on the computer. Makes your computer go slow. I thought you weren't ever going to do them caves. Well, if you want to send it, I appreciate it, but you know, don't send too many fucking dolls because I'm trying to get rid of dolls. You've got one which is very active you want to get rid of, pain in your goddamn arse, then just send me one doll, you know, a bit like Tina. She gave me a lot of activity, didn't she? She's quite all right down there. Doesn't really talk to me much. She might pop on with the Ouija board, Or I might hear her through like Ghost Box. But that's it. She might say hello, Steve, and that's it. I get more contact through Abby than anything else. I thought Abby left. The team did say that she did go because she thought I wasn't going to do anything, but now I'm started up again. She's come back. I was told if Abby didn't come back, they'd get someone else down. Another kind of like spirit guide. What are you looking at, shithead? Fucking cat. Christ, it's 12:15 already. No, I'm not picking you up. I'm annoyed with you because you were sitting on my fucking chair tonight. Get up there. Go on, scram. Sitting on my bloody chair. I had an afternoon sleep here because I felt a bit tired. You know, worn out from last night's stream. Laid on bed, fell asleep for a couple of hours. Put the old earbuds in so I wouldn't hear the fucking noise from upstairs. And I kind of like woke up, and as I was getting up, my eyes were kind of like just opening and adjusting. I saw a pair of eyes looking at me on my chair. I thought, what the fuck? And as I kind of like opened them wider and my eyes did adjust, this little cow was sitting on my fucking new chair. Little shit. I said, wait, get my fucking chair, you. You little sod. So what other gear you want to send me, Rose? Apart from the camera. You got any dolls you want to send me? Just one? Yeah, I'll say one. I went into the charity shop the other day, right? Well, about 2 weeks ago. And they had this really nice big doll, you know, probably about that big, on a stand. Really looked nice. 30 quid they wanted for it. But then they had some other dolls, and they was asking about 15, 16 quid for them. I thought, nah, fuck that. Because of the cost of the living's gone up, they put everything up on. They had like a little bowl, which looked nice. I wanted like £6.50 for that. I thought, fuck, am I paying £6.50 for that? No fucking way. Soak and lay down, or go out. Don't piss me off tonight, cat. Well, I've just taken keys out, and I found the other keys now. But I didn't have them just now. They went on. So where did these come from? I didn't get 2 lots out. That's weird. Oh, I'll put these back in the drawer then. Yeah, so what other little goodies you got for me? I know you like sending me stuff. I will try. But when I start getting my head together, when I start trying to get my head together and concentrate more, I will try to build some more gear. If I think it works, then I'll do duplicates and send you some more stuff up in the future. But don't expect it to be like now, next week, next month, because I've got to find my soldering iron. I've got to find, well, I know where my solder is. I've got to find my soldering iron station. I've got to find a decent glue gun, because the one I've got up there is covered in glue. I did try to break it off the other day, but it's so fucking stuck on it. It's unbelievable. I have got another glue gun, but it doesn't really work that well, so I've got to get myself another decent glue gun. I've got to get project boxes. Now, I've got kits, which I plan to build, which I think would probably be good for the paranormal. But I've got to build them first and test them out to see if they're worth building duplicates to give to you. It's a power date. It's a power date. Oh my god. I'm going to tell Kevin you're on a date. Kev, Rose is planning the power date. Are you invited, Kev? Where's Rose gone? Is she still around? Or she left? Yeah, so don't forget on the 20th, check out Chills. You know, the Chills YouTube channel, CHILLS Chills. He's going to have a top 30 video, and I'm going to be in one of the videos. Well, in that video, in one of the top 30s. Don't know what number I'd probably be. Fucking number 30, no my luck. But yeah, I'll be on that video. I have sent him some other videos they said they'd look at. How comes there's only one watching now? I only got one watching. No, I might as well bugger off then. Go and watch some videos. I ain't lost internet, have I? No, I'm still streaming. Well, I'm going to go then. It's probably me who's watching only. It's the worst day. Well, it's not worst day here. Everyone's gone. Right, let's close this down. I'll probably be on tomorrow night with the Xbox in the kitchen. Right. Night, everyone.